Okay, here we go. Jimmy Lennon Jr. in the ring as we speak. About to announce Gervonta Tank Davis versus Rolly Romero. They're doing a little bit of the pre-fight hype first, showing a little clips and such. Hold on. Why do I hear myself? What am I doing? A little bit of hold on. Shut up, me. Hype first, Shut the fuck up, Cliff. Nobody wants to hear you. Except the people that are here listening. All right. There we go. I think we're good now. Okay. So what do we got here? We got two young fighters. We got a guy in Gervonta Davis who's already went up in multiple divisions, collected belts. Been boxing since he's 7 years old. We got another guy. Didn't start boxing until the age of 17. A clear power puncher. Gervonta Davis also dynamite in his hands. 27 years old, Tank Davis. 26 years old, Rolando Romero. Okay, Rolando Romero seems a little bit, more like the bigger man, the naturally bigger man. At the weigh-ins, he came in at 134.5. Gervonta Davis came in at, I believe, 133 and 3/4 pounds. This is a perfect example of a more skilled fighter that can punch versus a less skilled fighter that can also punch. The only chance Rolly Romero has of winning this fight is if he could catch Tank Davis with something. If he could catch Tank sleeping. It looks like my man Romero's walking to the ring right now. Yes, sir. Here we go. Romero walking to the ring right now. Got the purple suit on. Look like he's wearing a purple garbage bag. Walking to the ring. He looks like the bigger man going into the fight. He weighed in a little heavier. The far less experienced fighter. And Tank Davis, under the Mayweather banner. This is his last fight under the Mayweather promotional banner. And he's looking to put a stamp on his run under Floyd Mayweather. And he wants to have more control over his career. So he's looking to really come out and put a statement, make a statement with this fight. Is Tank Davis. Show Rolando Romero, you don't belong in the ring with me. I've been boxing since I was 7 years old. You only been boxing, 5, 6, maybe 9 years at most. I'm a lifetime boxer. You're an amateur. I think he had some experience was in judo or something like that. Like he had experience in another mixed martial arts discipline, did Rolly Romero. But he just started boxing fairly recently in terms of boxing in general. All right. So we got to see what we're doing here, man. What's going on, Caesar? What's going on, Mike? We just getting into it. Yeah, you having the barbecue tomorrow. Gonna see if I could come through, bro. See if wifey's down for it. Maybe I'll just pop over for an hour or two. We'll see what happens, Mikey. But so we got Rolly Romero in the ring, moving around, looking very confident. He's clearly special ed in general, but he's about to, like my man Ohio Runs Boxing said, Rolly Romero is trying to win this fight for all the special ed kids. You know what I mean? He's trying to win this one for all the slow kids. All the slow kids across America. All the short yellow bus kids. That's who Rolly Romero is trying to pick up this victory for tonight. What's up, Cass? How you doing? How you doing out there? Hope all is well. Just waiting for this main event to start. These two young lions. One guy that could be one of the next great fighters. Could be one of the next great fighters in boxing. Another guy looking to prove that he belongs. That's really what Rolly Romero is trying to do at this point. He's trying to prove that he belongs in the ring with a fighter like Tank Davis. And to be honest with you, he talked his way into this fight, on Twitter, talking shit, getting Tank Davis riled up. If anybody doesn't have a link, those are the places you want to go look for. I'm actually using VIP Box currently, and the link is working well. If that helps you out at all and you're not subscribed already, just like and subscribe. It helps the algorithm. You deal with a lot of bullshit on, social media and such. So just do me a favor. Just click that subscribe, click that like, and help a brother out. Help a wig out. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget to join us on Wednesdays on Original Whiggaz Comedy Channel for the Original Whiggaz Live. We're not going to call it the podcast anymore. Just Original Whiggaz Comedy Live. Wednesdays at 9:30. Fridays at midnight with my man Regis on this channel, and every Saturday, Scrap and Tap Live, Fight Companions, boxing news, UFC news. We're trying to get a full schedule of content and really put out a plate here. When's your next scheduled stream for? The reason that stream is always on the channel is because when people go to the channel, they see the message which says always look for clickable chapters in the description, just to keep the reminder to people that for all these live sessions, whether it's comedy, social commentary, fight sports, if you go in the description a few hours or the next morning after the live stream, I have chapters there. So I just keep that there as like, that just is always going to stay there to remind people of that. Does Rolly have a chance? My man, Big Guy 21, you see that right there? Either buff stream, He's Go stream to watch, or VIP box, the old school shit. I'm actually using VIP box right now. You got to fight through the links. You know how that bullshit goes. But if you fight through the links, you will get yourself, fight through the ads, pardon me. If you fight through the ads, you will get yourself a good, a good link at some point. You just got to fight through it. Now, does Rolly have a chance? Listen, it's fighting, right? So there's always a puncher's chance, right? There's no such thing as not having a chance. If you get the opportunity to try walking into that, to walk into that ring and throw punches, you got a chance. I would say he has a very slim chance. I got you, my brother. Check in every Saturday. Check in Wednesdays on the other channel that you see over here, and hope to chop it up with you in the future, my brother. Much love to you, man. So I would say it's a very, very outside chance. I would say, if somebody's asking me what percentage chance does Wally Romero have to win this fight, I'm going 10, 15%, and that might be stretching it. That really might be stretching it. Ash, what's going on? How you doing? Hope all is well. I know everybody that taps in isn't necessarily a big fight fan, but I appreciate you guys coming in, listening to me talk some shit, help me fight the algorithm. You know what I mean? All that good shit. So I appreciate y'all. So, yeah, Rolly Romero has a puncher's chance, but you could tell, and you'll probably see it here tonight, very evident and obvious within the first couple minutes of the fight. Tank does start a little slow, so you might see him downloading data. You know what I mean? But once it really gets into the fight, you're going to see the obvious skill disadvantage between Gervonta Davis and Rolly Romero. And that's what it all boils down to, man. You could punch. Perfect example. Look what went on with Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. Deontay Wilder running through everybody, showed some level of skill, but then you get a guy in there that has that much higher of a level of skill, of understanding of distance, when to throw the jab, footwork, how to evade punches, when to counter, and you've seen the difference. And I think you're going to see that in this fight too. But let me tell you, man, you never know, and that's why I love boxing. That's why I love MMA. That's why I love the UFC, because you just never know. The UFC is even more of a wild card than boxing, in my opinion. But I mean, come on, how many upsets, if you're a boxing fan, how many upsets you've seen over the years? You know what I mean? Come on now. So here we go. We got Jimmy Lennon about to announce it. I'll let you guys know once round one starts. Let me light up here and then get some water, because you know what they say about hippopotamuses. They need some extra water to survive. You know what I mean? So I got to load up in a minute. It's showtime. That means we about to get to it. Let's go. Let's see if Tank Davis, right? There's a couple young fighters in and around that weight class right now. You got Tank Davis, you got Ryan Garcia, you got Devin Haney, you got Cambosis, you got, Teofimo, if he could get back on track after the loss to Cambosis. Right around that entire how you say it, the solar system, if you want to say, of that weight class, we got a lot of guys looking to prove they're that guy. And Tank Davis is looking to prove that he is that guy still. Because, this fight isn't going to do that per se, but it's just another notch on the belt. And then after this, Lomachenko, I left Lomachenko out, but I was talking about the younger guys more. But after this, we need to see Tank against one of those guys, right? Devin Haney is fighting Cambosis. next weekend, I believe. So I'll be going live for that as well. But it's time for Tank. He needs to go up to that next level. You know, he needs to go up to that next echelon of fighters. You know, he does do good on pay-per-view, especially considering he hasn't really beat a ton of big names. I mean, I'm sure the Mayweather banner helps. PBC helps. I don't know if he's still going to stay with the PBC after this fight, but I know for a fact this is his last fight under Mayweather, unless something happens where they have a good conversation. But there's always been a little bit of weird shit going on between Tank Davis and Floyd Mayweather. Many years ago, there was some rumblings of them having issues. Then they got it together. They seemed to work together well for a few years. And now Tank Davis has made it clear this is it. I'm done with Mayweather Promotions. I need to have more control over my career. Mayweather keeps trying to spoon feed his career. And Tank wants to fight. To Tank's credit, he wants to fight the big names. He wants to go up and down and weight more. So let's see what he could do. Let's see if he can put another stamp. You know, show just mollywop Romero and show, listen, I'm that guy. You're putting me in here with a 14-0 guy who just started boxing 8-9 years ago, and I've been boxing since before I fucking popped my first little kid boner. You know what I mean? Like, that's how long Davis been doing this shit. If Gervonta Davis been doing this shit before fucking, what's that, 7 years old? That's before fucking, that's middle of elementary. You know what I mean? Come on, man. Fuck out of here. So let's see. Or can Romero show that he's more than just a guy who can land a big shot? And can he land a big shot against a guy as talented as Tank Davis? And we're about to get going right now. So no more pre-fight shit talk. 12 minutes in. So I can keep that in my brain. Opening bell about to ring. Lot of bad blood between the two of them. There you go. Round one. Rolly Romero gets right to the middle of the ring, flicking the jab, not really landing it, but just flicking it, putting it in Davis's face. Davis moving forward. Like I said, Tank Davis, he downloads information a little bit the first round or two. So we got to see how it unfolds. Does he decide to come out of his comfort zone a little earlier, or does he do what he usually does and take a round and a half, download the information of the fighter, then start letting his hands go? 2:27 left. Nothing much going on yet. Both guys just throwing feeler jabs. Middle of the ring. You can see that Rolly Romero is clearly the bigger man. The calves, the shoulder width. Raleigh is clearly the bigger man. If what I got up on that screen don't work, try VIP Box if you need a link. And hit subscribe if you're not subscribed already. I appreciate y'all. And go subscribe to Original WHiggaz Comedy. Wednesdays, 9:30. That's all comedy, fuck around, satire, improv. And then Fridays, we got the new show going on with my man Regis Hillman, Absolute, out of Buffalo. I'm from Staten Island, New York boys, just trying to talk some good shit on Fridays at midnight. 1:44 left in the first round. Not much going on so far. Both men stand in front of each other. A lot of posing going on. Lot of feeler jabs. That's all we've really seen from either guy so far. Is a lot of feeler jabs. Of course, my brother. Always looking to help out. Please stop back in another time. Check out our other shows, our other streams. Much love to you, brother. Check back in after the fight. I'll probably stay live for a little while after. Yeah, I'm going for Tank too. Because you want to see a guy that could be the guy continue to try to prove he's the guy, right? But then you also wouldn't mind seeing a guy who's 14-0 and got to the top quick, catch a body. That's a good story too. But Romero, that dude, man, a little slow. I don't care what nobody says. All right, 46 seconds left, round one. A lot of measuring, a lot of flicking jabs from both. Gervonta just tried to catch him with a little left hook when his head was low. Didn't really land it. Neither guy has done much in the first round here. We got nothing much going on so far. Lot of feeling out. Lot of getting comfortable with each other right now. Tank Davis is trying to see exactly what Rolly's bringing to the table. Feel his power a little bit. See if it's really that fight-changing power that he seems to have. And Rolly's just trying to see if he could land some shots on Tank. And so far, Tank's doing a good job of avoiding any of the shots from Rolly. Okay. Okay. Romero just landed a nice little shot at the bell. All right. Romero's fucking trainer's a little bit of a dickhead too. Shit's a little annoying sometimes, but and that's what Tank Davis said, right? Tank Davis said that he wants to beat Rolly so bad that his corner has to stop the fight. He's like, I don't want to knock him out. He's like, if you catch someone with a lucky shot, that's a lucky shot sometimes, that knockout, even though you did what you had to do to plan it, plot it, land it. But if you beat someone down to the point that their corner has to throw in the towel, it's like you're beating the trainer as well at that point. And that's what Tank said he's more looking for. Wavy, what's good, brother? Hope all is well over there. Hell yeah. Beautiful shot at the end of the round for Rolly. Timed it well. Nice counter shot. Let's see what else we got cooking. Round 2. Hard round to score the first round because nothing really happened. Just based off that last shot at the end of the round, you could give it to Rolly. There's a lot of people that are giving Rolly that round just because nothing much went on. And then when you hit somebody at the very last second, right? Recency bias. So the judges see that's the last thing they see. Very good chance that he took that round due to that. Oh yeah. There's gonna be a lot of shit talk in this fight. These dudes do not like each other. Did you see Davis throw him off the stage? He pushed him light. Let's be honest about it. Like, it's not like, you could tell he really wasn't trying to hurt him, or anything too crazy. But at the end of the day, he still did push him off the fucking off the stage real light, but he did it just to fuck with him. But at the end of the day, still he did it, right? So we got 2 minutes left. Round number 2. Both guys doing a lot of feeling out right now. Neither guy is looking to to take too many chances at the moment. For Rolly, it's more of a matter of he's gonna have a hard time getting to Tank. And okay, nice right hand. Rolly just landed a nice right hand. Rolly Romero just landed a nice right hand. Then they got sloppy, hit him with a chopping left, and then kind of pushed him to the ground. It was more like of a roughhouse tackle kind of thing, but it still happened. That's still dominating him physically. Here we go. Minute 26 left. Tank Davis just unloaded a left hook, didn't land it, but you can see it now. He knows, okay, I got to let these hands go. Rolly Romero chasing Tank Davis all over the ring, winging big shots. Tank Davis is avoiding most of them, but he's landing some of these shots. He is definitely landing some of these shots. Here we go. Minute left. Round number 2. Rolly Romero is the guy moving forward the entire time. Not landing much, but landing more than Tank. Tank hasn't landed any shots of note yet, whereas Rolly has landed multiple shots that I wouldn't say hurt Tank, but got his attention a little bit. You know what I mean? So we got to see. Yeah. The stage, but that's what I'm saying. And Tank knew what he was doing. He wasn't trying to hurt him with the push. He seen he was close. He gave him a little like, all right, bitch. You could tell he wasn't trying to hurt him or nothing. Okay, here we go. Tank just landed a nice little shot. 22 seconds left, round number 2. Not a lot of action, but you could feel it. You could feel at any moment this shit could explode in either direction. 13 seconds left, round 2. Very good chance that Romero took that round. It could be 2-0. Okay. Nice left hand for Tank towards the end of the round. You can tell Rolly's emotional, and he's trying to get to Tank and knock his head off. But he better be careful with that shit, right? Because we seen what happened with Tank versus Leo Santa Cruz, right? It's arguable that Santa Cruz took quite a few rounds off Tank early in that fight. But Tank Davis, especially as the fight goes on and he measures your distance and watches where your feet are going and watches how you're moving around the ring, he throws perfect, crisp, hard counter shots. So Rolly's got to be careful. The only way he's going to win the fight, right, is if he could land a big shot, but he can't get too loose with it because then Tank is going to knock him out. There's a much better chance of that happening. But what Romero has proven already tonight is that he can land shots on Tank. And that was something that not everybody was sure could happen. Carolina, always appreciate you. Brazil. Go on, Rolly. Yeah, Rolly had a good second round. Could be 2-0 right now. Little jab from Rolly. Tank Davis is doing a lot of moving around the ring. Rolly is definitely the one setting the pace. Rolly is definitely the one controlling the middle of the ring at the moment. But you could tell Tank Davis is still kind of just downloading information. But you got to be careful, right? You can't download information for too long, and then next thing you know, you're down a bunch of rounds. Next thing you know, you got to be the guy to take some chances. And Romero's got some fight-ending power, so need Rolly with points. Okay, Rolly with points. That's the hardest thing, but could be 2-0. So you might be on the way right now, to be honest with you. Another nice little left hook from Rolly. They reset back to the middle of the ring. Minute 55 left. Nice little right hand from Tank. Little slick right hook over the top, almost like one of those Triple G kind of right hooks. Baltimore, let's go. Let's go. Much love. Shaniqua Israel. Hopefully I said that right. Dolly Parton definitely don't got a chance, but she got some big ass titties. But Rolly, Rolly has a slight chance. He does have a slight chance. Good round. I'm muting you in and out. Listen, I ain't mad at you, bro. Just keep it running. Give me the view time. You know what I'm saying? It's all I'm asking. You know what I mean? You can pop back when you're ready. Big Ed, let's go. All right. Minute 10 left. Round number 3. Both guys still kind of feeling each other out. As I said before, and Nick is agreeing with me, Rolly is without a doubt setting the pace. But we got to see what happens, right? We're getting into round 3. Usually Tank starts opening up maybe mid round 2, round 3. I've seen a couple of fights where he didn't open up until round 4. So let's see what happens when Tank starts letting the volume go a little more. Because I can see it in Tank's eyes. He's looking for something. Nice body shot from Tank right there. 35 seconds left. Round number 3. You can see Tank's looking for something. He's looking for a counter shot. Right now, it looks like the left hand is what he's really looking for. That's the hand that looks like it's cocked. And if you're watching his eyes, that looks like the one that he's looking to step into. So, and Romero's throwing a little less now. You know, settling down. It might be a good thing, might be a bad thing. Got to see how it goes. 10 seconds left, round number 3. Little jab from Tank Davis. Rolly Romero, little feint, trying to get in. Feeler jab from Rolly. Another feeler jab. End of round 3. Close fight so far. All right. We got 3 rounds. We got 3 rounds in the book. In the books. Scottie Pippen FX. If you look to where my shoulder is right here, one of those sites should work. And if one of those sites don't work, go to VIP Box. There is a couple VIP boxes. There might be a .io, a .this, a .that. You will find a link on one of those websites. I promise you, that is what I am currently watching on right now on my phone in front of me here. So, you know what I mean? Let's go. Them Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton could probably knock both them motherfuckers out. They're only about 135. You know what I mean? She could probably hit him with the left titty, right titty. I might be hitting him with the left titty, right titty combo. You know what I mean? You never know. Yeah, Rolly's looking good. Rolly's looking good. You can see that he has power. You know, you can see it. And Tank knows it too. Tank, one thing about Tank, and that's why I like Tank, even though he's promoted by Mayweather, he has a completely different demeanor than Mayweather has. All right, so here we go. Round 4, 2:48 left. Back in the middle of the ring. Tank Davis still looks like he's downloading information. Rolly flicking the jab. Rolly settled down a little bit, which could work to his advantage, but we got to see. My man Ed needs that 300. You know what I mean? We got that water. You got to keep that water going, son. Oh, you talking about jugs of water or jugs of Dolly Parton titties? I'm not sure which one. Close fight. Very close fight so far. More based on neither guy fully opening up than one or the other guy doing anything too special. But You know, round 3, it could be 2-1. It could be 3-0 Rolly, but it's probably 2-1. That's probably where we're at after 3 rounds. Go Dolly. Dolly, bring those titties over here, Dolly. I need you to knock out a couple light-skinned brothers right now. We gotta knock out a couple light-skinned brothers, Dolly. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Dolly might like that too. You never know. Dolly's from where? Nashville? You know what I mean? You never know. You never know about Dolly. You know what I'm saying? Good third round. You see when Davis body. Yeah, that was a nice body. That was a nice rip to the body from Tank. Anybody who's in here right now, click subscribe. If you like what I'm doing at all, click subscribe. If those links right there above my shoulder help you find something, click subscribe. VIP box is also a good one, except for those options right here. You know what I mean? Just click that subscribe. Come back. Join us on Wednesday at 9:30 for the Original WHiggaz Comedy Podcast on Original WHiggaz Comedy YouTube channel. Okay? Smash that like button as my lady Carolina from Brazil. All right, here we go. Let's go. We got a lot of feeling out going on still. But Rolly, yeah, he just said what I was about to say. He seems to be comfortable. Tank just missed on a straight left hand. Just missed. Rolly dipped a little bit to the side as he was throwing it. Both men just exchanged shots. Right hand from Rolly, left hand from Tank. One thing we can say already early on, right, 4 rounds in, is that Rolly Romero doesn't look like a guy who just started boxing when he was 17 compared to Tank Davis started boxing when he was 7. We're not seeing the skill differential I was expecting to see, so that could bode well for Rolly Romero as this fight keeps going. My brother Passion Pusher P, you see this over my shoulder? You go to one of those websites right there. Oh, another nice right hand from Rolly. If you go to one of these joints right here, or VIP box, right? You might get, there's like 2-3 different options for VIP box at times. Or First Row Sports is another good one. You will find a link from one of these over the shoulder. You know what I'm saying? You see that right there? You see that fat shoulder? You might find one there, or VIPbox.tv or whatever. I am currently using VIP box right now, and the link is good. You know, knock on wood, knock on wood, knock on wood. Shit's been good so far. So, yeah. At the moment, Tank is doing a little too much calculating, a little too much moving around the ring, you know? And I understand Tank is a computer, right? That's what Tank does to a degree. He has that Mayweather in him to a certain degree where he likes to download the information before he really starts opening up. But like I said a couple minutes ago, if you download information for too long, before you know it, the information superhighway passed you by, you might be down 4-1. And then you might have to be the guy to take more chances. And as we can see already, Rolly Romero looks like he belongs in the ring. You know, show the fight. Yo, my man Malachi, I wish I could show the fight, my brother. You know what I mean? Like, you don't think I do? You don't think I wish I could put the shit on, vibe out with everybody? My YouTube channel will disappear. I could put 10 seconds of this fight on. My YouTube channel's gone. I lost another channel back in the day. That's one of the reasons I lost one. But right here, you'll find the link over there somewhere, or VIP box, or First Row Sports. If that helps you out, make sure you click that subscribe, my good brother. Better to just watch your boy call it, though. Use your imagination. Hey, Ed, I appreciate you, brother. I hope I keep it entertaining enough. All right, here we go. Let's go. We're in the 5th round. Body shot. Nice little body shot. Left hand to the body from Tank Davis. Tank's starting to pick it up a little bit now. You can see Tank, he's got that stalker in his eyes a little more now. This is the 1st round. I say, ooh, nice left hand from Tank. Beautiful straight left hand from Tank. Tank is looking like, oh, nice left hand from Tank. Another straight left. He stopped Romero in his tracks a little bit with that left hand. That was pretty. Oh, nice right hand from Rolly Romero there, though. It didn't land quite as sharp as the left hand from Tank, but that was a nice right hand that Rolly Romero just landed. Clipped him, didn't really hit him, but Romero looks like he belongs in the ring, and I wasn't sure that was going to be the case. Oh, beautiful left to the head, beautiful left to the body, back to back from Tank. Nice little right hand from Romero. Tank is looking for that body right now. Looks like, oh shit, Tank Davis just hurt his left hand, I think. He landed a shot to Rolly Romero's body. He went, ah, and you see him shake his right hand. Whenever you see a boxer land a shot, start shaking that hand, good chance you might have caught an injury right there. So that's something to really watch at this moment. So now here we go. Rolly Romero moving forward. He sees that Tank got hurt a little bit. Landed a nice little right hand. Putting out more feeler jabs. This is a round that Tank has probably taken most of so far with 45 seconds left. But let's see what Rolly can do with 40 seconds left and see if he can take this round back. Otherwise, we're going to go into the 6th round. Most likely 3-2 Rolly. But Tank started to open up in this round. You can see he said, all right, boom, I'm going to come out. I'm going to start sitting on my shots. I'm going to go for the body. And he landed a body shot that hurt his hand. Right now, they're tangled up. 23 seconds left. Tangled up. Rolly's hitting him with elbows and all sorts of other funky shit. That's one thing. Rolly don't play, man. Okay, there you go. Tank, that's the first time Tank just threw a hard left hand since it looked like he heard it. So let's see. Maybe the adrenaline will pump and he'll be able to get through the fight before, all right, here we go. End of the 5th round. Good chance, 3-2 Rolly. 4-1 Rolly. I don't know. 3-2 Tank. I think you'd be being impartial if you gave Tank 3 rounds so far. My most likely card right now would be 3-2. My second most likely would probably be 4-2 Rolly. Third most likely 3-2 Tank. But I'm going 3-2 Rolly. That's where I got it right now. Anybody who is watching and also rocking with me, do me a favor and let me know where you'll stand on that. Cass, do me a solid. Drop the original WHiggaz comedy link right now. I really appreciate you. So maybe people could come join the show on Wednesday. That's comedy, satire, improv with my boy Uncle Dust. Follow me on every other platform. I put content on everywhere. I don't just stick to one platform, and I appreciate all of y'all. I give Davis 4th, but yeah, you're right. Romero looks like a great competitor. Yeah, I'm very surprised at what I'm seeing from Rolly. You know, I thought there was going to be a much larger skill deficit, and there really isn't. Carolina, love you. Thank you. 250 left. Round number 6. Tank doesn't look as determined as he did at the beginning of the 5th, which tells me he really might have hurt that left hand. I didn't listen to what happened in the corner because, I'm trying to kind of, keep talking to y'all in between. All right. Okay. Tank just fired a nice left hand, came up a little short, but I got to watch to see how much he's throwing that left hand. And when he's throwing it, how much is he sitting on it? Just to see how bad the injury is, if there is one. Maybe it was just a little pop, and he's good now. 2:12 left. Round number 6. Very similar to how the first couple rounds looked. Rolly Romero's moving forward. Nice little left hand from that. I don't even think that was low. I want to see the replay on that. Rolly just landed a little right hand to the body. They called it low right after Tank landed a left hand up top. I don't think it was low, but I got to see it on the replay to really know. Yeah, definitely a change to start that 5th round. Now it's looking a little more like the rounds prior. Yeah, I know. You sweating. You need that 300, Ed. I already know. Let's see what happens here, man. See what happens here. Got a lot going on right now. Say you do king, yo man ang to you. Liz City and Saya. Let's go. All right, so here we go. Minute 20 left. Round number 6. This round has been one a little more similar to the first few rounds where there hasn't been as much activity. Romero moving forward, not intimidated. Tank, once again, is back to not being active enough. Rolly just tried to throw a little slick inside uppercut. Didn't land it, but that was a nice little uppercut if he would have put it in the right spot. Here we go. 54 seconds left, round number 6. Tank back against the ropes, not fully, circling back to the middle of the ring. Rolly Romero standing right in front of him, flicking the jab. Like I said, mostly feeler jabs. Not really looking to land him. He's trying to do that. Nice right hand behind it. Oh! Tank just landed a huge left hand counter. Huge left hand counter shot from Tank Davis. Rolly Romero's on the ground. He's swimming on the ground. He's looking wobbled. He's looking hurt. 24 seconds left in round number 6. They just stopped it. 6-round knockout. Tank Davis Beautiful left-hand counter shot. Perfectly plotted. Exactly what I said might happen. You got to be careful with Tank. Do not give Tank Davis the fucking chance to plot one of those fucking left hands. Tank Davis is running in his face, putting his gloves in his face like, what, pussy? And you know what? This is one fight where I accept this from the fighter without even giving him any shit. Rolly Romero talking shit the whole time. I'm gonna knock him out. I'm gonna fuck out Tank Davis. That's what I'm gonna do when I fight Tank Davis. I'm gonna knock him out. That's what I'm gonna do. First round knockout. I'm knocking out Tank Davis. I'm knocking out Tank Davis in the first round. First round knockout. Over there sounding like my man Unique. Once he gets drunk, fucking Rolly Romero just got flattened. He got up. He could not. Yeah, I did drop the link. Y'all can check that. And like I said right there. But now it don't matter. You don't need a link no more. Because my man Tank Davis just landed a fucking beautiful. Yeah, I know you ain't happy, bro. You were trying to get that 300 for that decision. I ain't mad at you, bro. But look what happened right here, right? Right? Fucking Rolly Romero feeling with the right hand. Lands a big right hand on Tank, right? So he thinks he has Tank a little wobbled, a little hurt. Then he comes back in looking for that same combination. Feeler jab. And then right when he was kind of stepping forward to throw the right hand, Tank timed the left hook perfectly. Very similar. It very similar to what you seen Pacquiao versus Marquez. Very similar to the Pacquiao versus Marquez fight. You know, obviously, Rolly Romero is not moving around quite as frantically and crazy as Pacquiao. So the opening, you know, maybe wasn't, but he plotted it. He was plotting it. He was looking for that left hand. I told you, I said at the beginning of the 5th round, Tank Davis is plotting with that left hand. I seen the way he was holding it. All right. Boom. Perfectly timed. Rolly Romero hit the canvas. The ref gave him a chance. He did get back to his feet, but he was a little wavy. The one thing I will say is there was only 20 seconds left in the round. If there was 2 minutes, 3 minutes left in the round, I don't think there's any possible way you think about letting it go on. But with 20, 26 seconds left in the round, maybe you give Rolly a chance, right? And then if you see Tank jump right on him, land something big, you hop right in. That's the only argument, you know, that I could see someone a logical fan having, is that maybe because there was 25 seconds left, 20 seconds left, they could have given Rolly the opportunity. See a fucking moth? That shit just flew out my booty hole. You'll see that on camera. You know what I mean? But, you know, that's the only thing. You know what I mean? I mean, I understand people lost money. You know, oh, they stopped it early. I can't say that's an early stoppage. I can't say unequivocally that Rolly was recovered. So you really can't have a problem with the stoppage. He got up. His eyes still looked a little glossy. He got hit with a perfectly timed counter left hand, completely reminiscent of Pacquiao versus Marquez. I mean, almost the same exact shot, and in a very similar. Not the same. The Pacquiao Marquez was in the back right part of the ring. I don't think it's the same part of the ring, but geographically, same exact spot in the ring. Slipped, stepped back, boom, perfect left hand. Let's see. He got up. The right leg went like this. He did the Harlem shake a little bit. When he got up, there you go right there. Yeah, now that's a good stoppage. I don't give a fuck. 20 seconds left, 30 seconds left. If you tell a guy to take a step to the left and a step to the right, and both times oh my God, my fucking God, what a perfect left hand. And that's why, right? You could criticize Tank, right? Up until the time of that stoppage, there is absolutely no question that people were questioning Tank Davis. Even I was just a bit, but I still said what was probably going to happen. Perfectly timed left-hand counter. That's exactly what happened, all right? And, you know, I know for sure, I appreciate you, Ed. Check the comedy podcast, too. Check in with me Friday nights at midnight. All support, highly appreciated, brother. Look at that left hand, man. You cannot time a counter shot or a left hand anymore perfectly. Into the ropes. That motherfucker counted 4 sheep on the rope, then rolled down, got up, uneasy legs. My God. My God. But to get back to what I was saying, some people would definitely question Tank, right? 6th round. Oh, Tank got to do more. Tank got to do more. Why ain't Tank doing more? He's got to throw. Listen, some guys, when they know how to counterpunch like that, and they know, all right, I'm downloading this information. I'm noticing when he throws the jab and then he steps with the right, there's going to be an opportunity for me. And that's exactly what happened. Perfectly timed left-hand counter. Can't say enough about the performance. And you can't shit on Rolly Romero because Rolly Romero stood in there 6 rounds. 6 rounds in the books. It was probably a 3-3 fight, maybe even 4-2 Rolly. So he has nothing to hang his head about. He's only been boxing since he's 17 years old. He's 26 years old. He can still keep adding on to his skill set, and learn to be more careful. Keep your hands up at all times. Because that's exactly what happened right there. He put the left out there. He was thinking too much about the right hand that he just landed a couple seconds earlier. You throw punches, hands right back. You got to get your hands right back, especially if you're fighting a guy like Tank, a guy who times counter shots and, as we just seen again, lights out power. 27-0, 25 knockouts, 27 years old. He's about to leave the Mayweather promotional banner. There's no better way to do it than with a performance like that. Let me try to listen real quick and see if they referenced anything with the hand. I want to see if he heard his hand. Who you about to thank? Okay, God. We got a shout out to God. Shout out G-O-D. You know what I mean? Mayweather Promotions, even though he's leaving, you got to show respect to the guys that got you there, the guys that got you to the dance. Shouting out New York City, of course. This fight was held in the Barclays Center. There was rumors that this fight broke gate records for the Barclays Center, so we got to find out if that ends up being the case. Not a good fan if you're logical. Yeah, you ain't lying though, because most boxing fans are like political fans, like Republicans, Democrats. They claim a set, and they can't, you can't like somebody else. Like if you like Terrence Crawford, you can't like Errol Spence. If you like Triple G, you can't like Canelo. And to me, that's the corniest shit in the world, man. You should be able to recognize the skills of the fighters that step into the ring and appreciate the gladiators that risk their life for real when they step into that ring. So, I always try to look at things from as unbiased as I can. And I try to, that's a rule of thumb with every subject for me in life. It took me a long time to get there. You know what I mean? I used to be Mr. I'm right about everything. And now, I'm still right about everything, but I'm actually right now, So it's different. Now Google got my back, you know what I mean? Yeah, he looked concussed, 100%. He looked concussed. His eyes weren't back. It was a good stoppage. It definitely was a good stoppage. I was questioning it just for a minute or two because I was wondering, okay, 30 seconds left. Do you give him a chance? But good stoppage. He wasn't right. His eyes weren't right. His legs weren't right. 100% good stoppage. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Hook a crook, baited him in, bro. And then Romero the shit talk. Yeah, he definitely got what he deserved. You ain't fucking lying, bro. Oh yeah. Birds, stars. I don't know how it got up there, but I seen an elephant fucking flying around. I seen Dumbo, Chippendales, Rescue Rangers. You know what I mean? All sorts of shit was flying around up there. My man laughing at cash jokes. Oh, okay. He's laughing at the Harlem Shake. Yeah. That motherfucker got up. He looked like, you ever see remember especially the old shows when it was always one bow-legged person? You know what I mean? That's how he looked. He looked bow-legged as fuck. He looked like a stripper that got his fucking, a prostitute that got their fucking, their legs cracked and they didn't get set properly. And then you take the prostitute, you put it back on even land, and that bitch said, he looked all fuck. That motherfucker looked like he needed. Remember them dudes who used to walk in back in the day in the movies and shit where they had the braces, but that shit came all the way up from their back, and then Forrest Gump fucking, he looked like he got his Forrest Gump fucking splints taken off his leg for the first time. You know what I mean? A little fucking crazy. Yeah, crazy. Crazy finish. Crazy finish. Out of nowhere. That shit came out of nowhere. Bambi legs. Hell yeah. He had them Bambi legs like a motherfucker. No lies, brother. Let's see. What would you like to do next? See what he's talking about. See what we got now. See what he calls out. Let's see who Tank calls out. Okay. Okay. So this is perfect. Devin Haney fights Kambosos next Saturday, June 4th. I'll be live for that as well. Okay. Now, Tank just fought this weekend. They're fighting next weekend. The stars cannot align anymore perfectly. So now you got the winner of this weekend versus the winner of next weekend. Huge fight for the sport. You know, you hope it's Devin Haney, right? Because that's a huge fight for America. But then on the same token, if Kambosos happens to win, you know, he's from Australia, international star. That's a huge fight for boxing as well. You know, and Kambosos got some United States stock after beating Teofimo Lopez. So, man, this sets up this division for man. We got nothing but endless fights. 130, 135, 140 that could be made. Romero don't know. Yeah, he didn't know where he was, bro. I'm telling you. The only difference between that and the Pacquiao, yeah. Oh, now this dude want to say my shit about Pacquiao Marquez, you motherfucker. The only difference is he didn't get knocked out cold, but it was the same exact timing, same exact punch, same exact angle. He just didn't get face planted like Pacquiao did. But Tank Davis wasn't on fucking, you know, every Mexican steroid and hamburger you could have. And you know, goddamn well Marquez was. You know, Juan Manuel Marquez never looked that big before that fight, and he never looked that big after that fight. So, and if you're willing to drink piss, Juan Manuel Marquez was willing to drink piss to try to win fights. If you're willing to drink piss, you're probably willing to take a steroid or two. I mean, let's be honest here. You know what I mean? Dolly would have, yeah. Well, Dolly, if it was Rolly instead of Dolly, Dolly would have hit Rolly, or Tank would have hit. Yeah, no, I think Dolly would have won. I ain't gonna lie. You get Dolly Parton, you get those 75-year-old triple F titties, and they're right at Tank Davis's eye line. I think Dolly would have hit him with the left right titty combo and got him out of there. That's just my opinion. You know what I mean? Yo, what's good, my brother? Were you watching that shit? Were you watching that shit? Close fight. Close fight. Out of nowhere. Tank does what Tank was supposed to do. Some people would say earlier. I was thinking of fourth, fifth round KO. But got it done a little later than that, but right in that vein. Sixth round, right? It was sixth round or seventh? I think it was sixth, if I remember correctly. You know? You had it 4-1. You had it 4-1 Rolly full. No, I had it. I said most likely 3-2. I had it. And that is the right scorecard. After 5 rounds, Rolly 100% won 3 of those 5 rounds. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And if you thought Tank won 3 out of the first 5 rounds, I mean, I'm not saying you, but anybody who thought Tank won 3 out of the first 5 rounds would probably like to watch Tank Davis strip and then take his thong and spin it around. You know what I mean? Because that would just be a biased assessment. Rolly didn't do much. It's not like he was beating Tank up, but he did more than Tank did, in 3 of the first 5 rounds. I mean, that's just a fact. Yeah, I wasn't doubting it either, because even as I seen Rolly doing well, and he did a lot better than I thought he was gonna. I thought Tank was gonna have a skill advantage that was gonna be obvious from the minute the fight started. I knew it. I seen the way Tank was plotting. I seen it in the beginning of the 5th round was the round where you seen a change in Tank. But then it looked like he might have hurt his left hand, and then the last minute and a half of the 5th round wasn't as substantial as the first minute and a half, 2 minutes of the 5th round. So I wasn't sure. And then 6th round, Tank came out and he looked a little more like he did in the second half of the fifth and like he did in the first 3-4 rounds. And he was a little more hesitant. But once again, Tank is a computer. He's a computer. And if you ever doubt him, this is just more proof. If you see another Tank Davis fight in the future and you see 3-4 rounds in, especially if he's not getting beat up, it's another thing if a dude's piecing him up all over the place, and he's getting beat up bad. And then you go, oh, well, he was getting beat up and I don't know. But in this fight, you could see he wasn't really getting pieced up too bad, even though he was getting hit with certain shots. And then he was just looking. He was looking for that perfect opportunity to land that left-hand counter. He was watching what Rolly was doing. And if you've seen it throughout the fight, he didn't do it much because Rolly didn't open up that often. He didn't go, but what he was looking for was the jab, even if it was a feeler jab, and then the right hand over the top. And he just landed one about 5 seconds prior to the knockout. Tank seen, he got a little hype by the right hand he landed, and then he seen Rolly coming in for the same combination, flick the jab, and then the minute he flicked the jab, he knew the right hand was going to come behind it, and before he had a chance to even get that right hand off the launching pad, he came with that left hand counter, and that shit was fucking pretty. Anybody in here, please subscribe. I deal with so much bullshit with the algorithm and the fucking getting reported and all that dumb shit. Just please hit that subscribe button. There's 130 people in here. I'm hoping y'all could get these fucking subscribers up at least 50 out of that 130 if y'all are new. Just do me that favor. I appreciate y'all. If y'all create any type of content, I will also support y'all back. Everybody knows I show love back. I don't just expect it, coming from one direction. So rodeo hands with on them. All right. Rodeo hands with on them. All right. You might have to give me another one. Okay, but hold on. Okay, here we go. Rolando got hands put on him. Hell yeah, he did. He fucking damn sure did. And he was looking good, man. You can't deny. Anybody who denies that Rolly was looking pretty fucking good up until that moment, you be lying. If you're gonna try to sit here and try to tell me that Tank was dominating that fight and oh, you're crazy, he was up 5-0 or some dumb shit, you don't know boxing, man. You don't know boxing, And anybody who thought Tank Davis wasn't plotting and waiting for the opening and just getting frustrated with him like, oh, Tank's trash, you don't know boxing, And it's okay. Just be who you are. Just keep analyzing the sport and watching the sport more. And I learn all the time too. I'm not nobody, you can never stop learning anything. So, but yeah, Latin Slaughterhouse, know your place, putos. I mean, listen, straight up, bro. What is Romero? Let me know, Leroy King. Leroy King, is that your real name? You know what I mean? My man got the 1986 Harlem black brother name. He said, yo, it's Leroy King. Latin Slaughterhouse. Know your place, putos. Yo, let me know, Leroy. Where you from? And what is Rolly, if you know? What Latino, what of Latino descent is he? I hope he can add. Yeah. Listen, man. The shit I've heard over the years during boxing conversations about who they thought won this round or who they thought won this fight, it's crazy. The bias that people run with, it's unfucking believable. The holy roly donut shot, you ain't lying, bro. He hit him with the Boston cream French cruller combo out that motherfucker. My man Blast TV Entertainment. Shout out to you, brother. And listen, anybody who subscribes as well, don't hesitate to drop your link on one of my posts, because sometimes I do not get notified when people subscribe. I don't know if that's on the people subscribing's end or my end. So don't ever hesitate. Yo, I subscribe to your channel. Here's my link, and I will sub back. So, we got a lot of new people in here tonight. I'm hoping to see those subscribers go up a little bit, but I understand there's a lot of people who just watch, and for some reason, one reason or another, they don't subscribe. I don't quite understand that way of thinking and that way of doing it, but talking all that mess, but wearing a dress. You ain't lying. He thought he was built. Yo, like my Christmas sweat rag? You like that shit? Come on, man. It's real in the field down in his basement right now. Wifey's like, oh, don't put the air on today. I'm like, bitch, I'm fucking sweating. I'm down here you could take a fucking slab of bacon off my rib cage right now. Awesome fight. Carolina, great fight. No matter what. I don't think anybody thought that Rolly Romero was gonna be able to hit Tank like he was at times. I think most people thought Romero was gonna get wiped out within 3 to 5 rounds at most, and probably not win any of those rounds. But goddamn, Tank Davis handled his business, and goddamn, Rolly Romero showed that he can compete against the top guys in the weight class, even though he's only been boxing since he's 17. So let's not take anything away from Rolly in this fight. All right. Anybody in here right now, please go subscribe to the original WHiggaz comedy channel. We go live every Wednesday at 9:30. Straight satire, raw comedy. If you get offended, you might not want to come hang, but all we're looking to do is make people laugh, have a good time, improv, reaction videos, memes, skits, all that dumb shit. We also go live every Friday here. We're looking to do it every Friday at midnight with my man Regis, Absolute. That's going to be more social commentary / comedy. And then I go live pretty much every Saturday for Fight Companions, boxing news, UFC. I'm just as much of a UFC fan as a boxing fan at this point. So you could also find that over here. This comment doesn't belong here, but I'm going to put it here. Wow. I know, Mike. I know. I mean, listen, I'm just trying to do what I can and, just provide all this content. I really appreciate you being so impressed by what I'm doing. And yeah, thanks, man. Thanks, bro. Thanks, brother. Rolly was whisking. Yeah, that tongue. Yeah. You ain't lying. You ain't. But listen, once again, let's give him the credit to a degree, though, right? The dude talked himself into a big fight, and he did better than most of us thought he was gonna do. So let's celebrate. Let's celebrate the beatdown. Let's celebrate the fact that Rolly just got fucking Pacquiao'd, and let's give Tank all the credit in the world, and let's give Rolly a little credit too. Let's give the young man a little credit too, for being a 14-0 boxer and putting up a decent fight against a guy that could end up being the next superstar in boxing. So, let's give him that credit too. Oh, yeah. He met Jesus, Muhammad, I think, what's his name? Joseph Campbell from the Jehovah's Witnesses. He came around with some new books and five Mormon bitches. You know what I mean? He met them all, bro. He met all the deities. You know what I mean? He might have met Thor. He might have met Zeus. Yeah. You know what I mean? Hello, everyone watching. You're welcome to chat. Yeah. Listen, please. The more you'll keep shit in the chat for me, keep comment, keep shit. Don't shit in the chat. All right. Don't be fucking Amber Heard in my chat. All right. Nah, but the more comments you guys leave, the more I can stay live. If there's any other fights that you're interested in at this point, if there's anything not boxing related that you want to talk about, try to keep people in here and keep it entertaining. That's classy. He gave respect to Romero. Yeah, bro, you have to. How can you not? This is a dude who started boxing when he was 17. I know Tank. He thought, all right, I'm going to feel him out for a round or two. Probably round 3, he's out of there. And it took him to round 5 for him to even start doing what Tank normally does a little earlier. So Romero, to his credit, made Tank take an extra round or two, to get comfortable enough to open up. And then even after that, he slowed down a little towards the end of the 5th. But I think there was a little bit of a hand issue. I don't know if if they talked about it in the post fight or if they'll regard it after the fight. But there was definitely, he landed a right hand to the body in the 5th. He made an audible scream, shook his hand. So I don't know. Maybe that's why he slowed down towards the end of the 5th. Then the 6th round, he went back to plotting, and god damn that left hand. God damn that left hand. Tank is a real genius. He just let Rolly get comfortable and then boom. Yeah. I don't disagree with that either. I do think that that Rolly made him a little more uncomfortable, and that's why he gave him a lot of credit. As Nick just said in the post fight, he gave him some credit, even though he can't stand his ass. So I think there's some of that. I think there's some of Tank is a genius, and then he just hit him with the fucking boom. Good night. I think that's most of it, but then I also think there's some of it where Rolly did things that he wasn't expecting. Rolly had a little bit better of an understanding of distance than I think we gave him credit for. A little better of an understanding of footwork than we gave him credit for. I was expecting him to look a little sloppier, not have his feet in the right positions quite as much. And Rolly did a good job up until that moment. And then my man put him into fucking the upside down. You know what I mean? Devin Haney has a rematch clause. He got to beat him twice in Australia. All right. Okay. So we might not see Tank versus Haney. So maybe this, right? Maybe you have Haney versus Kambosos next week, right? Then they're probably going to fight at least one more time, you're saying, it's looking like. So maybe in the meantime, you get Tank in there with Teofimo. You get Tank in there with Lomachenko. It's time for that shit. Lomachenko don't got a lot of time, a lot left. He's got a couple years left, even though he looked very impressive in his last fight. On the same token, he don't got a lot of time left. Tank is trying to prove something. So that's those are fights you can make as well. We all know after how Ryan Garcia looked in his last fight, Ryan Garcia is not going to be fighting the Tank Davis in his next fight. He's not going to be fighting the Teofimo. I think they might be trying to push Fundora versus Ryan Garcia, but I don't even think with how Garcia looked in his last fight, I can't even see him fighting Fundora right now. That freak of nature. What is he, fucking 6'2", 6'3", maybe even taller, right? He's taller than that, right? What is Sebastian Fundora's height? Let me put that back in my head real quick because I don't want to say the wrong height. I know he's a damn freak of nature and nothing like you ever seen in that weight class. And not only is Sebastian Fundora a freak of nature from a physical standpoint, the dude throws punches in bunches. He battered Erickson Lubin. 6'6". Think about this for a second, right? You got this dude Sebastian Fundora, who honestly, the way he's been looking recently, could give almost anybody a problem in and around those weight divisions. 6'6". All right. To put that in perspective, I believe Tank Davis is what, 5'7"? What is Tank? 5'8" on his best day? He might even be 5'6", Tank. What's Tank? 5'5". My man Tank Davis is listed at 5'5". Can you imagine 5'5" versus 6'6"? What that would look like? Or Ryan Garcia versus Sebastian Fundora, what that would look like? That's interesting, man. But obviously, Tank, he's the guy that for the most part can call the shots in that division. So, nobody's gonna go out of their way to be looking to fight a 6'6", 130, 135 pounder, whatever weight that fight would end up taking place at. But you got Ryan Garcia floating around. You got my man fucking Tacos, my man. Tacos. Yo, subscribe. Make sure you're subscribing. The ref was a foot taller than both of them. yo, you ain't lying, bro. It's the lower weight classes. You know what I mean? I think Romero's a little more like he might be in like the 5'8" range. He's a little closer to more of an average height, and actually, even arguably slightly tall for that weight class. But yeah. So, those guys at that weight class, they're usually nowhere near any crazy crazy height. They'll average 5'5", 5'6". You get a little bit of guys a little taller like a Ryan Garcia, and then every once in a while you get those freaks. You get those freaks like Fundora. Ryan Garcia, he's a little tall for the weight class as well, but he clearly is still dealing with some mental health situations and ring rust, because I don't know if it's the mental shit that made Ryan not look the same, or the ring rust, or a combination, but he did not look good in his last fight. So Trippy Red in the audience. Yeah. Fuck Trippy Red, man. But see, that's the thing though. That's what makes Tank Davis have the crossover appeal, right? Floyd Mayweather, same thing. When a black boxer can get the hip hop community behind them, that's what makes a superstar in boxing. You know what I mean? And Tank Davis is hip hop. He has the hip hop community behind him. Unfortunately, it's the current young hip hop community that you're going to see more, but he also has hip hop in general behind him. So that's actually good for boxing, even though Trippy Red is, fucking trash, but it's good for boxing. It's good for the sport. Bro, linguini, son. Straight linguini. I wish I had you to say it. You know what I mean? I need my Italian plumbers to say it the right way. Hey, fucking linguino. Hey, Romero's leg was like linguini, guys. Let me tell you something. It was fucking marinara sauce in between his fucking legs. The guy had his period right in the middle of getting fucking knocked out over here. You know what I mean? Shit like that. I'll pretend like Carolina was laughing at me, but that comment was from a few minutes ago. But thanks for the laugh. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have to go harass some Australian fans for the fight next weekend. Yeah, Australian friends. Yeah. Where do you live, Cass? Where you at, actually? I don't even know where you live as far as geographically, actually, come to think of it. If you say it. I know with this whole live stream Illuminati thing, you know, you got to keep shit on the low. You know what I mean? But 6, what's that? What's the 6th? Mike, retell me what the 6th is, my brother. The video is probably on Twitter. Your best place to find fights or at least knockouts and shit like that would usually be Twitter after a fight. Twitter doesn't seem to strike as much. That's why I'll occasionally put little, I can't put it on YouTube, brother. I wish I could. I assume that's a brother, right? I don't mean to misgender you, my Abigail Opayan. You know what I mean? I don't want to misgender you. You know what I mean? But yeah. YouTube, I can't. You know what I mean? I can never put a. I tried putting last week for the fight. I tried putting in the corner, right over my shoulder, a replay of a small section of the fight. I put it in black and white, and I compromised how the video looked a little bit. No audio. They still flagged me for that shit. So that's how crazy they get. But meanwhile, I see some channels that put the whole fight up and they don't even get taken down. But in general, if you're ever looking for a link while the fight is on, that's your best bet over there on my shoulder, or VIP Sports or First Row Sports. Those are your best bets if you're looking for a stream. The ones you see right there, I use Buff Stream most of the time. Tonight, Buff Stream was acting up a little bit, so I had to pivot to VIP Box, which is an old school one. First Row Sports, that's another old school one. Crack streams nowadays lead you to Buff Streams most of the time, but that's the best places to find them nowadays, you know. And I know they work because I always find them. You know what I mean? So anybody who cries that they can't find the link, it's usually because they're not patient. You know, when it comes to finding links, you gotta go back and forth. Like you press play, an ad's gonna pop up. Press play again, ad's gonna pop up. You gotta do that 10 times sometimes in order to get it. You want free? That's how it goes. Sayasuka. I don't know what that means, but what I'm gonna assume that means. Matter of fact, I know exactly what that means. That means tune in to the Original WHiggaz Comedy Podcast every Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. That's on the Original WHiggaz Comedy channel. Scrap and Tap Live every Saturday. Fight Companions, boxing news, UFC Fight Companions, all that good shit. And every Friday, I'm going to start going live with my man Regis Hillman. We did that last Friday. That's going to be at midnight. That's more social commentary, more, a little bit of comedy mixed in. The Wednesday show, straight up comedy, straight up improv, straight up satire most of the time. We do some show prep, but we do most of our reactions live on the spot. So if you like to laugh, come join me and Uncle Dust. If you like to be offended, come join me and Uncle Dust. You know what I mean? That's the best thing I could say along those lines. You know what I mean? Cruz had him going. When you say Cruz had him going, what are we talking about here? Let me know what we're talking about here, David. Did you mean in the Gervonta Davis Pitbull Cruz fight? Because that was a good fight. Pitbull Cruz gave him a hard fight. And that's why Gervonta Davis, after that shit, they said, you want a rematch? He's like, hell no. You know what I mean? And he'll beat him. If he fights Pitbull Cruz 10 times, he's gonna find a way to beat him 10 times. But he gave him a hard fight. You know what I mean? Yo, Carolina, I love you. I appreciate you. You always been coming through, showing that support. Yo, my man Silk Nice checking in from IG. My man got a funny ass IG page. He shares some other people's shit, but he also creates his own little short videos and shit like that. Go check my man out over there on Instagram. You know, also check me out on Instagram, on Twitter. I'm all over the place. I'm a whore. So come fuck with me everywhere. Yeah, fights. Yeah. There's pretty much fights every Saturday. If it's not UFC and boxing, it's one or the other. I'm going to try to get in the habit of going live every Saturday, no matter what. I'm probably going to switch it more towards 11 or later. So this way I go live for the biggest fights, right? Either the boxing main event or the last 2 or 3 UFC fights, because it doesn't make sense to go live too early, because then a lot of the fights that are on earlier, unfortunately, boxing fans, even, unless they're hardcores like me, they don't watch a lot of the undercard fights. And UFC is a little more so. But then what? Then I'm live for 2 hours, like an hour and a half before the main event comes on. And that's not always best, as far as the show. as far as the flow and entertainment of the show. Laughing my ass off. Yeah, definitely Tank was losing on the cards, but they ain't no coming back from that bomb, bro. I'm surprised, honestly. I'll give Rolly a little credit, bro. I'm basting right now, bro. You could throw me in a fucking air fryer right now. I'll be fucking Jeffrey Dahmer would fucking have meals for a year and a half. But yeah, I thought he was losing on the cards. Close though, probably a 3-2, most likely 3-2 after 5. 4-1, hard, and then 3-2 for Tank, also hard. My solid card after 5 was 3-2, Rolly for sure. And once again, not based off of Rolly beating the shit out of him, just based off him doing a little more than Tank was doing. Tank spent a little too much time downloading information, but with that being said, Romero proved that he could punch and proved he could hit him. So what is, Tank just going to be an idiot and just go out there and fucking, throw caution to the wind? I know you didn't say facts right now, Iron Cage, but we're going to use facts for there. You know what I mean? It's hard for me to keep up with the comments. You know what I mean? But I hope you agree with that too. You know what I mean? Hope you agree with that too. Cubano. Okay. So Rolly's Cubano. Okay. That makes sense. I can see that. I was thinking maybe, yeah. The Cuban was one of the things that popped in my head. Light-skinned Dominican. You get some light-skinned Dominican brothers too. You know what I mean? Could look like that. Okay. So he's a Cubano. He's Cubano. Great commentary, my man Cass Merck, dope producer. Anybody you see me popping up in here, go follow their pages too. Go subscribe, support each other. I'm gonna go to this for a second, just so you guys can see one of the main mottos of the WHiggaz, the original WHiggaz, and one of my main mottos in life. And unfortunately, we have a lot of people who don't operate properly in life nowadays. But I just want to remind them.
Don't be a cunt. Don't be a cunt. Hey, don't be a cunt.
You know what I mean? Don't be a cunt, man. What's the reason to be a cunt? Why are so many? We had the wild the Stalin wild and ice cream up there real quick. What's the sense nowadays, right? Why so many people move like such cunts nowadays, right? Why do we have such a high cunt per capita nowadays? You guys notice that shit, right? Like people want to be dickheads and nobody wants to support each other. And man, there's room for everybody. We can all eat. That's how it should be. Subscribing to the channel is free. Exactly. We down to 19. You know what I mean? Well, back up to 24. Whoever's up in here, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you. Get on this Don King shit. Yeah. I'm gonna get the salt and pepper fro, the whole 9. No blackface. I promise. Absolute. I promise. I never do that. Yo, Ab, you want to laugh, bro? I do all the characters on IG and shit, right? Especially when I was doing them heavy. My man T Flows, right? Black brother, good friend of mine. My man Tegan. At one point while I was doing all that shit, he calls me on the phone and he's like, yo, focus. He's like, I had a great idea, bro. He's like, yo, you should take one of your characters and you should do blackface. I'm like, yo, T. I'm like, I can't even say words without being fucking, reported and banned. And you want me? Yeah, I'm certified, and the hood loves me, and I love the hood, and all that good shit. But even I can't get away with that shit. You know what I mean? My man, bro, that was advice from my black friend Tegan. That motherfucker. Maybe T don't like me. Maybe he's trying to stab me. He's like, you know what? Fuck focus. I'm gonna tell him to do blackface. See if he listens. So I can never fucking be on the internet ever again. You know what I mean? And by the way, this is my man Absolute. He does a show every Saturday at 10. So that's another reason I'm gonna pivot the boxing to around 11. Give or take. Sometimes I might have to go live a little early if the main event starts. But check his shit out at 10. And that's my man that I do the show with every Friday at midnight. We did a show last night. It went good. The chemistry was there. We talked about the Uvalde, Texas shooting. We had some laughs within it. Of course, you always gotta, try to bring some levity to horrible situations. And we also discussed, some things maybe we could have done differently and so on and so forth. Some things maybe we could do in the future to help prevent these things from happening. That's on this channel here. Original WHiggaz Comedies on Original WHiggaz Comedy channel. And everything else is here. That's exclusive, the Original WHiggaz channel for that. Yeah, I give Romero credit for sure, but definitely celebrating Romero getting his shit pushed back. How did you bet? Because I know your degenerate ass put a bet in. This motherfucker put in like 78 bets for every fucking fight. You know what I mean? Let me know, Mike. What was your bets for this one? I want to hear your what's your betting slip for this one, my brother? I want to hear it. Shorter than I thought. 6 foot, 130. Worse than that. More than that, Cass. Sebastian Fundora, complete freak of nature. The dude is 6'6", 130, 135, right in that pocket. That's the weight class he's floating around in right now. 6'6", 135 pounds. Shit is completely out of control. I never seen anything like it before, to be honest with you. The only thing I can remember that was a little bit similar would be my man Paul Williams, who used to be one of my favorite fighters. And he was mostly in the middleweight division, and he wasn't even anywhere near the type of freak Fundora was. I'm trying to double check what Paul Williams, man, they're not even showing my man on Google anymore. That's what's fucked up, man. My man, yeah, see, he was only 6'1", so that's not even that crazy. But for some reason, Paul Williams always looked so much bigger than 6'1". You know, maybe because he was so lanky, so long. You know what I mean? But Sebastian Fundora, it's real freaking nature shit. I'll play like just a second or two from his highlights. I don't want to get popped because I don't think I did anything tonight that should get me popped. But look at this man. Look at my man right here. 6'6", 130 pounds. My man is over a foot taller. Over a foot taller than Tank Davis, you know, the possible future of boxing, is. Over a foot taller than that dude. You know, and he holds his weight pretty good. You know, to be 6'6" and only 130, it could look a lot worse. These dudes fighting in hail. You see this shit? Where the fuck was this fight? Fucking Antarctica? You see this crazy shit going on right now? My man fighting in fucking Antarctica. The fuck? Well, either that or they both got bad head lice. I don't know what the fuck is going on there. But yeah, that just gives you a little idea. Peep that. That dude right there is probably somewhere around the average height for that weight class. So almost everybody he fights, that's the kind of disadvantage that that the boxers are having against them, you know? And not to mention that this dude throws volume. I mean, we're talking Fundora throws 50, 60, 70, 80 punches around. So not only you got to deal with the height and the awkwardness, you got to deal with volume like most other fighters in the weight division also don't have. Hell yeah. Show that love to Cass, man. Cass is an all-star. Cass and Carolina, fucking MVPs out this motherfucker, man, for real. Yeah, tag him with a bedtime story. He was definitely seeing all that shit, bro. All that shit. You know, I've been wanting to talk Rescue Rangers. Did anybody see the new Rescue Rangers movie that's part animation, part real people on Disney Plus? Let me know what you thought about Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers new movie on Disney Plus. I've been wanting to talk about it. I thoroughly enjoyed it, but nobody wants to talk about it. Some real fucking bullshit. You know what I mean? Yeah, I thought you were in the United States. Yeah, I just wasn't sure once you said that. And I know you're not going to give me the state. I understand how it goes. You know, if you ever tell me privately, no one would ever find out. But I get not saying it on the stream. Not in this day and age. Not with all these whack jobs. After the show, check out my fight against Jack Johnson in 1909. That's my man Beetlejuice. You know, I connected with a lot of these people through With Apologies. Actually, also join us. I'm sure I'll be popping in at some point on Sunday. With Apologies is officially having their last show. Great comedy show. They're gonna kill me for saying this, comedy podcast. Ian Ellis is taking a little break, at least a month. So that's gonna be on Ian Ellis LLC YouTube channel. Cass, if you want to drop that, if you want to drop RDA's channel, you know, anybody who you know is like a branch that I connected to you guys through, please feel free to drop all their links as well. Just none of the mutants or none of the dickheads. You know what I mean? You know, the people I don't like, don't drop their shit. These fucking incel fucking mutants that I also came across. But that's how we do it, though. That's how we do it. That's how we do it in my chat. In my chat, we want love. We don't want none of that fucking bullshit. You dudes want to fight? Come to PA. Call me. Be like, yo, I'm in Pennsylvania, bro. You know what I mean? PA's big, though. If you're too far away, I ain't going to come beat you up. How many white how many white girls did Jack roll up with? Oh, you already know. You know Jack Johnson was the Wilt Chamberlain of 1909. You know what I mean? He was putting up numbers, bro. He was knocking down snowflakes. That motherfucker was causing avalanches with the amount of snowflakes he was fucking knocking down. You already fucking know. He's stupid as fuck. I'm training Rocky's grandson. See that? See all these fucking channels here? Bang, bang, bang. Show that love. Go subscribe to all the channels you see there. All right. We're down to 9 at this point in the chat. If there's anything y'all want to talk about, drop some comments and then I'll stay live for a little while. You know, anybody out there right now, drop some comments so we can keep the stream hype. Let's put this on. Maybe we'll put this on for a minute. Let's see what we could do here. See if we can put on something stupid. Keep us occupied for a few minutes. And if we don't get some good action going from the comment section in a second, then I will probably wrap it up because I can clip some of this up as well as use some of this on Twitter, try to pick up some Twitter love, some Twitter views and all that good shit, because unlike most people, I never stick to one platform. You got to spread your wings. I despise TikTok, but let me tell you something. Even TikTok, if you're a content creator, don't be scared to utilize that shit. Just don't go where it's gross. You know what I mean? Don't, if you don't like TikTok because it's also the place where high school girls dance, just stay away from the high school girl dances and you're good. You know what I mean? If you create content, TikTok is fucking, it is good, man. The social commentary tends to work well for me on TikTok, I mean, I gained fucking almost 10,000, close to 10,000 followers on TikTok pretty fast. And you can do substantial content on TikTok as well, right? I don't like TikTok when it's like only used for like weirdos that would never be on video talking. I don't like when it's used for young girls dancing and all the suspect shit that goes on there. But you can actually create comedy or actually create social commentary or edits or whatever. So don't hesitate to use TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. Use all that shit. I don't understand the thought process of so many people that they get addicted to one plan. And that's not only for content creators. That also goes to people who watch content, right? Like I have a ton of people on Instagram, and little by little, I get them over to other platforms, but it's such a slow crawl. Like they'll support me on Instagram, they'll support me on TikTok, support me on Twitter, but then to try to get them to YouTube, it's like pulling teeth sometimes. It's wild how people just like they fixate on channels, like on certain platforms. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe that's just human shit. I don't know. Keep up the good work, brother. God bless Beetlejuice. I appreciate you, bro. Been checking in more lately too. Appreciate you, my brother. My man Caesar. About to wrap it up for the night. Always appreciate you. I'll definitely be live next week for the you know what though? Come to think of it, hold on. That fight might be early. I might have to do a weird stream for that fight. I might have to do a reaction. I might have to go live after that fight. But if I go live midday, let's see what time that fight comes on. So we could get an idea. The main card begins at 10 a.m. All right, hold on. Let's see what we got here for Haney Cambosis before we wrap. Like I said, if the comment section keeps shit on the up and up, I'll stick around for a little while. But I'm not gonna stick around just just to talk to myself some more. You'll gotta help me out with some shit to talk about if you want me to hang for a little while. All right, let's see. The main card begins at 10 a.m. AES. Is that American Eastern Standard Time? No, that's Australian. So what time in the United States, man? What time in see if it starts in those times in Australia? Let's see. Okay, no. Okay. They might be keeping it smart this time where they're actually starting it at a weird time in Australia, so therefore it'll still start around the time that main events usually start in the United States. Because a lot of the time, keep this in mind for anybody that is a boxing fan or likes to watch boxing at times. Usually the UK cards, they start around 2:00 during the day on Saturday, and then the main events usually come on somewhere around 4:30, 5:00. So if it's a big fight in the UK, then plan on watching boxing early that day. You know, that's kind of how that runs down. I just want to make sure what time that fight is on in the United States. And so far, they're not giving me the United States time, which is some real bullshit. Let's see what we got here. June 4th. The fight will actually take place early on June 5th in Australia, which will accommodate. Okay, perfect. You see that? The fight will actually take place early on June 5th in Australia, which will accommodate a prime time U.S. television start time. All right, so that's good. So I'll 100% be live for that fight, most likely around the same time, 10:30, 11 o'clock. I'm going to start going live a little bit later, so there's not such a long lead up to do the live commentary on the main events. Yeah, shout out my man, Not Cosmic Cam as well. I actually joined him on his latest stream. He said he's going to come back, try to do it a little more often. I believe that'll be a little more a little more often. I think that's going to be on Thursdays. And Cam has good streams. Okay, he knows how to hold the mic and keep shit interesting. Pause, no homo on that one. But I joined him on his latest stream. If you go to his channel, about 20, 30 minutes in, and we had a nice, good little talk. Hip hop, Amber Heard, all sorts of shit. Met the dude Joker. He seems like a good brother. Caesar, good night. Good night, Cass. Homie, you feel like talking about the Mets? Love, man, it's 2022. Don't nobody want to talk about no goddamn baseball. Nah, what's crazy is I used to be a huge baseball fan. Like, I was a Yankees freak growing up. You know, even when the Yankees were terrible in the mid to late 80s, huge Yankees fan before they were even a little bit good. Then we got the dynasty run in the 90s. And I don't know, man, baseball just fell off for me. I don't know what happened where it just got, it's just like watching paint dry. I can't do it anymore, man. You know, live, I would probably still love it. Baseball is one of those few sports that, watching it on TV, it could be very boring, but live, it's like every pitch is exciting. But when you're sitting at home on your couch, oh my God, baseball, bro, come on, man. You should lose your internet privileges just for saying that shit. You should be canceled. They want to cancel me for jokes. They should cancel any matter of fact, let's get that petition signed. Anybody who watches baseball and it's not the playoffs, get them off the internet. What do you guys think about that? Do you agree with that? What do you think you should be penalized for? Cracking jokes or watching baseball? I think watching baseball is a worse offense than any joke you could possibly say. You know what I mean? That's my opinion. What time you'll get in the barbecue going tomorrow, bro? Let me know. I got to go out, try to get some money tomorrow, though, man. Shit's a little fucking real in the field until the kids go back to school. So hopefully I could get some days in with you guys with the construction shit as well. But just doing our best out here. So what we could do. WHiggaz can only do his best. You know what I'm saying? So comment section. Feed me something. 16 people in here. We can't get no comments to keep this shit rolling. I need some comments, people. You know what I mean? I know. Listen, I love hearing myself talk, right? I guess I also hate it at the same time. So it's a conundrum. But if y'all ain't gonna give me nothing to rock with, I'm gonna have to shut it down, man. And then you're not gonna get to hear the sultry tones of Cliff Focus, aka Focus CDS, anymore tonight. You know what I mean? I have to wrap it up then, man. Let's watch a couple. Me being a diehard Mets fan. And the year we're having right now, I'm in my glory, laughing my fucking ass off. No penalizing for baseball. Watching this year, no, fuck that, bro. Matter of fact, you know what? I got see this thing. Like, I wanted to say something stupid, but if I said it, I actually run the risk of someone reporting this, and I can't even say the funny shit I want to say because I'm worried about all these cocksuckers out here nowadays. You know what I mean? All right, let's watch a couple people fuck up on boxing machines. How about we do that? Let's watch a couple boxing machine fails real quick. And then we'll wrap it up.
Filming, brother.
That's not a fail? How's that a fail? That was a decent little without trying shot. Oh, let's see. They said this a fail. Massive accident. Where we at? Let's see.
Filming, brother.
That's a good little standing still, not even looking punch. I ain't gonna lie.
This one's my old teacher. Nothing to me.
But if you see it though, right? Oh shit! Yo! Y'all seen that shit? Woo! God damn! Look at that shit. Look at my man's arm. My man's wrist. That shit is shattered from the forearm down. Wow. God damn. I wasn't even expecting that joint. Holy shit. I'm watching this shit. I'm like, all right. These guys ain't punching too bad. You know? That's a weird bag, though. Little right hand. Little no-look right hand. All right. Stepped into it a little bit. Now look at my man right here. Oh, shit. Fucking Gumby. My man went full Gumby on that shit. Wow. Let's take another look at this right here. Ready? Oh! You want to talk about linguini? We thought Rolly Romero's hand was looking crazy. I mean, legs were looking crazy after the knockdown. Look at this shit here. Let's try to analyze what happened here, man. What's wrong? I mean, well, the dude does look malnurtured. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean? So that has an effect, right? Look at it, look at it. When you make a face like that, when you about to throw a punch, you already know you fucking up. He's like, I'm about to throw a hard punch here. Whoa! Jesus Christ. I don't know if I've ever seen an arm do something quite like that. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yo, that might be the craziest shit I ever seen. Ooh. What did he do? Where did he even hit it? Hold on, man. I'm trying to understand, where did he hit it? Like, did he hit the machine in a weird spot? Or what was that? More linguini. Tough day in the kitchen for me. Straight up, bro. It's linguini fucking day out here. Anybody ever slow dance butt naked to some Janet Jackson? Not just me. You know what's actually funny about that, bro? That's like the synergy. That's like the synergy of the planet, just how shit works. I haven't seen a Janet Jackson song since me and my girl went to a Janet Jackson concert like 9 years ago, like 10 years ago when we first started dating. And just today, we were watching videos and that Janet Jackson shit came on. That's the way love goes. That's the way love goes. That dumb shit. So that's funny, bro. That's some synergy right there, bro. The universe works in weird ways like that, right? Haven't heard Janet Jackson in 20 years, seen a video today, and then you bring that shit up. Check this shit out. I just seen 2 more people pop in here. Let's watch this and try. What did he do here? So what did he, you know what it is? What is it that he only hit the bottom of it? Or did he hit the machine? That might be what it is. He might have followed through all the way into the machine. Oh God, look at that shit. I think that's what it is. I think he punched and he went through it, and then he hit his wrist right on the fucking machine, and it just shattered this man's arm. Wow. Have y'all ever seen any shit like that before? Bro, that was the song you were slow dancing to? That's the way love goes. Remember that shit, bro? That was that shit though. That's hilarious. Oh wait, no, I meant this. I meant to pull that up. That's hilarious, bro. I mean, that was the bump and grind Janet Jackson song for sure. If there was one, that was it. You know what I mean? That was it. Nasty Boys was the shit that, you know, you pile drive. You know, you pile drive a bitch to. You know what I mean? That wasn't the slow dance. You know what I mean? You know? Yeah, that's what I think so too, right? I think he followed through all the way into the machine. Oh God. You could hear it too, right? You can like hear his arm and his wrist hit it. My God. Bro, that is crazy. But I've never seen an arm turn that cartoonish that quick. Machine for sure. Had to be. Yeah, he ricocheted right off the machine. Yeah, straight up. He needs some milk. My man needs some vitamin D. My man got fucking he's the only white dude with sickle cell anemia. You know what I mean? We found the one white man with sickle cell anemia. Fuck out of here. Look at this guy.
Nothing to me.
Oof. My God, bro. My God. That the only injury I seen similar to that in recent years was when the comedian, when Tom Segura went to dunk the basketball and fell and twisted up his arm. That's the only thing I could think to compare to the how extreme that looked. My God, bro, look at bro, that shit turned into like he's already slim, and it like turned his arm into like a fucking like a baby doll arm real quick. What the hell, bro? Is this shit is this fake? This shit like we're gonna find out this is some Michael Bay shit. My God, bro. Bro, I have never in my life seen somebody's arm disintegrate to that degree. Drink gallons of milk, bro. Straight up. Yeah. I got an idea for this guy. Stop drinking so much sperm and try some milk. You know what I mean? The milk might, Mr. Glass like a motherfucker. Hell yeah. Whoa, bro. Straight up, Mr. Glass. This man, so not only is the only white man in America with sickle cell anemia, he's the white Mr. Glass as well. He's breaking down the walls of stereotypes right in front of our eyes on a boxing machine. All right, one more time, and then we'll see if we got another one or two that look good. My God. Oh, look at that shit just dangles, son. Jesus Christ. Like Bart, I'm telling you, bro, that shit's some fucking. My man got Hanna-Barbera fucking wrists out here, bro. My God, bro. Anybody who's here, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Hit the like. You know what I mean? Drop a comment. Help a wig out. Do me a favor. You know what I mean? Let's see what we got here. See what we got cooking here. I remember one time, and that's how you know, like these machines are silly. Like people get gassed off these machines. I seen professional boxers put up shitty numbers on these machines sometimes. So you can't get too hype with it. I remember one time we were at a fair and I walked up cold on one and hit like a 980. You know what I mean? But what the fuck does that mean? Like, dudes hit that machine and then they walk off like, you know what I mean? Think they fucking Mike Tyson or some shit. Bro, it's a fucking machine. It's supposed to make you look good at times. Don't get too hype, you know? Straight up, bro. Straight up. Look, straight up Hanna-Barbera arm. Let's look at Hanna-Barbera arm one more time, bro. Let's give Hanna-Barbera arm just a little more shine. Ready? Jesus Christ. All right, let's see what we got here. See what we got here from my man right here. Oh, the Russian. So the Russians want you to donkey kick that shit? What is that crazy shit? All right, let's get the song off because I'll definitely get struck for that. Oh, so these are probably all kick videos with the punch machine. See what we got cooking here. See what we got cooking here. Wins and fails. All right. So we got some wins and we got some fails here. Ooh, okay. That's still a win. You can't make that a fail. My man still kicked the shit out that thing. No, that's a fail a little though, right? Yeah, that's a little bit of a fail. We can't give him a pass on that completely. You know what I mean? Let's see my man right here. What my man got cooking right here. Let's see. Now it don't look good. Yeah. You see, you can tell. Yo, all you need to do to find out if someone can throw a punch is just let them like pretend to throw a punch. You know what I mean? And just by the way my man right here was just measuring this, you're like, oh, no, this ain't going to work out. You can just tell. Oh, yeah. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Let's see what you got. Blue shit. Fucking idiot. Fuck out of. Let's see what he got. Let's see. All right. That shit was slick. Not a lot of power behind it, but you can't deny that was slick. Oh, that's pretty. That was kind of pretty. Let's see this one now. Let's see this one. That's the prettiest one right there. Bang. That shit was beautiful. That shit was slick. He killed that one, bro. Oh, yeah. The sledgehammer joints. The sledgehammer joints. That's what gets you gas, those joints. Let's see my man right here. All right, we need another fail. These guys are doing too good right now. All right, this is a fail. This is going to be a fail. Cass, if we were able to put a lot of the dudes in the live stream Illuminati, like a lot of these incel weirdos right here, this is what they'd punch like. This is what we're looking at. That's how live streamers that never got into a fist fight in their life punch. You know what I mean? Meow. I'm gonna fucking make an airplane noise as he's throwing the punch. You know how you feed the babies back in the day, like with the airplane shit. That's what my man right here do. He's like meow, boom. Ready? It's coming in. Ready for a landing? Meow, boom. My God, man. But you can't knock him, no, my man. You don't expect that dude to be a tough kid, though, right? So you can't really shit on him too bad. Oh, look at Shorty right here. Let's see what she got. See what you got. All right, all right. You got fucking herpes and a little right overhand. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing like the HPV right overhand combo, right? Nothing like they call that the crab punch? They call it that's the crab punch right there, right? Oh, she about to titty about to fall out and everything. Look at this mess. Look at this mess. They letting strippers, bro. This bitch got every STI this side of the fucking Mississippi on her fucking right hand. Come on, man. But see, though, she get gas, though. I seen dudes hit 500s and get happy, but meanwhile, this bitch just hit that shit with herpes and got a 500. That's a pretty right hand right there. My man right here could throw. He sat still, too, right? Like, he didn't really wind up on that. That was pretty much from standing position. Good little torque on the body. That was a nice right hand. That was definitely a pretty right hand right there. And you could tell the difference too, right? These are like the foreign joints. These foreign joints look extra weird. All right, relax. You look like fucking half my friends from New York. All right, chill out, bro. Chill out, bro. Chill out, old fucking Lefty Gomez over here. All right. A little weird kick. Let's see what my man got right here. Let's see if big man can punch you if he's big for no reason. All right. Leaned into that. We'll take that for a right overhand. We'll take that for a good little right overhand right there. You know you want to see him fail, though. That's the fucked up shit. Let's see what we got. Metrosexual Bruce Lee. Okay. Decent little right hand. And he slipped the bag real quick, too. You know what I mean? My man right here, Duck Dynasty. Decent little right overhand. All right. Come on, we need to see more fails, man. I need to see. Okay, let's see big man. He's like, I swear I could punch real good in 89. All right. He still got the throwback right hand a little bit. He swore to God to everybody. He had a mean right hand in the 80s. But I should look decent, though. It was a decent little right hand. That's what I'm saying, man. You know, don't sleep on dudes just because we got a little fucking Hostess cupcake gut. You know what I mean? Still not. I don't know what he's doing with all that waving he's doing and shit, but decent little right hand. All right, bro. We're going to move on from you. See what we got next. Here. What else we got cooking here? Let's try this dude here. Let's go back a little, see what happened here. My man ran all the way into that shit. What the fuck? The fuck was that shit? That shit was the fucking the Bangkok fucking hammer. What was that shit? My man hit him with the Bangkok special. He's like, fuck was that shit? Now let's see my man right here. Oh, they got the slow-mo. Fucking dramatic. Fuck on that. Now I hope he fails. All right, relax, bro. Relax. Of all the punches we just seen to throw slow motion graphics on, that wasn't the one. You know what I mean? That damn sure wasn't the one. Airplane noise. Yeah. That dude definitely cries during sex, bro. Where'd my man go? My man. Yo, Bellin, you heard? This is the live stream Illuminati. This is how anyone outside of our circle of live streamers, you know what I mean? This is how they throw punches, bro. It's them right here. You know what I mean? It's them right here. Discord N-word. I say the N-word on Discord. Fuck out of here. Fucking old virgin ass. He definitely. First of all, Nick, we all know he probably doesn't get sex. Imagine what he would do, man. Imagine you told this kid he scored a 600, he get one night with this chick. You know what I mean? He would catch the witch's brew of STDs, but you know, it'd be a night to remember. You know what I mean? It'd still be a night to remember, though, at the end of the day. You know? My man Bellin, quick check-in. That's my guy. With apologies. Final show this Saturday. I'm sure I'll be popping up at some point. Either way, go support the brothers. Subscribe to that channel. This fucker with the handball punch. Which one was the handball punch? Oh, the handball punch? Was that the Bangkok? Was that the Bangkok special? He's like in Bangkok, the transsexual strippers, they put their dick over their shoulder and and this boom, fuck out of here, bro. What the hell was that though? I'm still trying to understand that shit. And what was this? Did they just throw this little kid at this fucking machine? The hell happened here that we missed? Let's see what we got here. Oh, okay. That was slick. Oh, okay. Nah, little homie was in the machine. I thought maybe they threw the kid at the machine. You know what I mean? Maybe they were running out of ideas. They just launched the fucking kid. Oh, shit. Y'all can't see. Y'all just missed it. I'm over here talking shit for the last minute. Y'all can't even see. See? Slacking in my macking. I thought they threw little man into the machine right here. But that's not what happened. You know what I mean? Oh, bro, you kidding me, bro? All right, so listen. We down to 7. I'm going to go share this around so, you know, people could check it out. I am going to clip it up, throw it on some other platforms. Unless I see some questions or something in the comment section immediately, I'm going to take a couple pulls off this joint here. If you'll give me something to feed off in the comment section, I'll stay hanging out for a minute. Otherwise, I'm going to get to editing some other shit, clipping up some other shit, and call it a night. Had a good stream. I appreciate everybody popping in. Like I said, I'm live every Wednesdays on Original WHiggaz Comedy Channel. That's for the satire, improv, just raw comedy podcast with my man Uncle Dust. I'm live every Friday with my man Regis Hillman, aka Absolute, Buffalo, New York, podcaster, MC, all that good shit. And I'm live on Saturdays. Me and Regis had our first show yesterday. It went well. I would assume we're gonna keep it rocking. You know, the chemistry was there, you know. And I appreciate anybody who ever tunes in. All right. If anybody else has a channel that I'm not subscribed to, don't be afraid to drop a link in my comment section on any video. I'm not a bitch ass like that. I'm looking to support other people out there trying to entertain people, educate people, all that good shit. All support is highly appreciated. I see somebody else just popped in. We about to end the stream for now. Unless I get a comment in the next. I'll take one more pull. One more pull. We'll take one more nice pull. We get a comment or a question about anything, I'm going to stay. Otherwise, that's going to be good night for me. I appreciate y'all. Tune in. Please subscribe to the channel. Put on notifications. That's the one way you'll make sure you get access to all my content. You know, everything from comedy, fight sports commentary, edits, you know, random shit. You name it, you're going to find it at some point. I try not to repurpose too much content, you know, where I like my channel to be mostly original stuff that, you know, is created by me or edited or has something different to it. But I'll also throw some other shit on the channel. Sometimes it's just like, you know, a wild video that I seen or some breaking news or some shit like that. But for the most part, you'll see the comedy, the fight sports commentary, social commentary, and hip hop. That's pretty much what I bring to the table for the most part. Everything, a mix of everything you'll find on this channel, Focus CDS. As far as anything original WHiggaz comedy related, you will find on Original WHiggaz Comedy channel on YouTube. We go live every Wednesday at 9:30. Check us out over there if you like to have a good time. We keep it light. We keep it fun. The comedy's raw. It gets crazy because a lot of it's improv and we're making it up on the spot, but we're only there to have a good time. My only goal with the content I create is to make people laugh, make people think, you know, keep people entertained. And that's all I'm looking to do. I'm looking to hurt nobody unless you're disrespectful. And then you know how we handle that. You know what I mean? The rocket launchers are always on deck, but I prefer to keep them in the back and let's all have a good time. Nick, I appreciate you rocking out. Love all y'all. I can't believe I'm going to leave a stream with 10 people in it, but because you know what I'm saying? Sometimes the streams might have 5 at most. You know what I mean? So to leave with 10, I'm not gonna lie, it hurts a little. You know what I mean? So why don't y'all do me a favor? Get the fuck out of here. All right? So I don't feel so bad leaving with 10. All right, so I got 10 right now. Let's see. Nick, get the fuck out of here. I want to see you drop to 9, bro. Nick, get the fuck out of here. Nick, I'm talking to you, all right? Caesar? Get the fuck out of here. Nah, I'm going to wrap it up for now. I see no comments coming in. I got a lot of other shit I could get done tonight before I go to bed to be productive. Love y'all. Hope to see y'all on the next stream. Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, 9:30 on Wednesdays, 9:40 most of the time, midnight on Fridays, and Saturdays. It depends more on the main event times on when I go live on Saturdays. Now, 2 more people popped in. Give me a question. We could talk some shit, or I'm out of here. If anybody wants to jump on stream for a minute, maybe I'll put the link in the chat. If anybody wants to jump on and talk some shit for a minute. But if I don't see somebody, let me know that they want to jump on the stream. Or if I don't need... unless I get some comments or somebody says, yo, focus, it's me, so-and-so. I'm not a loser. I'll jump on with you and talk some shit. I'm going to wrap it. I've been threatening to wrap it for a while now, so unless I get a comment. All right, you know what? Hold on. One more. I'll take one more pull. One more pull off this joint. Because there's 14 people in here right now. Sometimes a wigger only gets 5, 2, 7. So it's hard for me to leave. All right, let's see what we got here. If the big fish can drop $55 million to make the fight with Canelo, then why can't little Bud's camp get up $20 million GoFundMe donations to make the fight with the King of Dallas? Listen, I ain't mad at you with that comment, and I get where you're coming from. You know, I think a lot of it with Crawford has to do with the fact that, like, he's been hunting down the fight for a while. And now it's like at the point where, all right, well, we let the shit marinate for this long. We know it's going to make money. I think he has to also understand that after the WHiggaz fight, Errol Spence has solidified himself as the number 1 guy in the division. And I'm a big fan of Crawford. I'm also a big fan of Spence. Been watching both of them since day one. You know, I'm a fan of their skill sets. I'm a fan of them as men for the most part. Neither one of them are dickheads. You know, I think Crawford's a little more like, you know, charismatic than Errol Spence. But I'm not mad at you for that comment. You know, at the end of the day, the fight has to be made. Errol Spence versus Bud Crawford has to be made. And Errol Spence is the top guy in the division at this point. After that WHiggaz win and how impressive the win was, right? Not only did he do what he wanted once he got settled, he had to fight through the fire a little bit. He got hurt. You know, he got hurt pretty bad, you know, at one point. And there's an argument to be made that the ref and that whole mouthpiece fiasco wasn't, you know, that was a disadvantage for WHiggaz, but none of that mattered as the fight went on, because Errol Spence just dug to the body, inside boxing, right? He really showed off his inside boxing prowess in that fight, and it was impressive, man. And he was body snatching. Snatching all fucking night. The body work from Errol Spence in that WHiggaz fight was deadly. And honestly, I think that's what led to him being able to take advantage and get the shots in up top. Is because he was softening that body, digging right from jump. Long body shots, short body shots, inside body shots. You know, that was a hell of a performance, you know. Going into that fight, I'd be lying to you if I didn't look at it like a 50-50. I think it should have been probably a 50-50 going into that fight. But once Errol Spence dominated a guy like WHiggaz, who is not easy to dominate. You know, this is a guy that Sean Porter didn't look good against. A guy that Manny Pacquiao lost to. You know? And when you could look that impressive against a guy like WHiggaz, but WHiggaz didn't do himself no favors, though, right? Because he can get dragged into a fight. And he allowed Spence to drag him into a fight more, right? So it was more inside shit and just trading. And, you know, I think if WHiggaz would have worked the outside better, because I think he could have, you know, but Spence, once again, to Spence's credit, did a great job of working his way on the inside. And once he was on the inside and Spence was sitting where he wanted to sit on the inside against WHiggaz, that was it. That was it. Downhill from there, bro. It was downhill from there. So yeah. So I ain't mad at you. You definitely sound, like a Spence guy. You know what I mean? Listen, bias can happen within boxing. I think it's a mistake. Unless it's fun, right? If it's fun, there's nothing wrong with having like the rivalry shit. This is my guy. This is your guy. Now that I do this, especially, I try to really be as unbiased as possible, because what would I be doing if I'm talking about fights and, and it's clear that I have a bias off rip, so now, especially, I really worked on not being biased and choosing fighters and more choosing like the science and watching, what the fighters do. But you sound a little, like you love Spence, but I ain't mad at you because I love Spence too, right? And I love Crawford too. And I'm probably, a little more of a Crawford guy, like if I was like having to think about it. But that's only just because I think Crawford is a little more special athletically, right? I think Spence has mastered the craft at what he does really well, right? But I just think Crawford's a little more gifted athletically, right? So it's a little more, there's a little more, splash to it a lot of the time. But Errol Spence, though, man, I mean, like I said, that WHiggaz fight, to me, I was always a fan of him. On the come up, he was mopping through guys, had a little more of a hard time with, the Garcias, the Porters, Danny Garcia. Well, not a hard time, but didn't like wipe through them. You know what I mean? The Porter fight was obviously a close fight, but to me, best performance of his career against a guy that nobody looks good against. So yeah, all respect to to Errol Spence for his performance and establishing himself at least 60-40, right? You could argue 65-35, but you can't argue 50-50, when you look at what he did to WHiggaz. But Crawford also had a signature win over Porter. So, but yeah, I'm with you. He Errol Spence is the bigger fish at this point, without a doubt. Facts. If Little Bud stands in front of the King of Dallas, then he will be called Mr. Terrence. He can't. Terrence Crawford, if he wins the fight against Spence, it's gonna be with being slick, right? He'll have moments where Crawford, being who he is, he will not be able to avoid standing in the middle of the ring and having some fun, because that's just who Crawford is. He's a competitive dude, wrestling, boxing. He's the type of dude, like that Michael Jordan type shit. You know what I mean? Not to say as far as the greatness, but as far as the like everything's a competition. Crawford's one of them kind of guys. So he'll have moments where he's gonna stand in there and he'll be able to take the shots in moments, but he can't stay on the inside like WHiggaz did, obviously. So in order for him to beat Spence, it's gonna have to be more of an athletic performance, right? Slick, the long jab, a lot, lot of feints, a lot of head movement, a lot of shoulder movement, a lot of in and out, and will he be able to do that against Spence? That's the question, right? Can he show that athleticism and like that special athleticism that we've seen at times against a guy like Spence? Because so far, the couple times guys tried to box Spence, he was able to pretty much walk in if he wanted to, or like the matchup better doing this. He was able to walk in on him and keep him close. So if he can do that against Crawford, then I would favor Spence, right? If he's able to keep it close and make it more of like a, body punching clinic and shorter punches. And but if it's a, if it's a bouncy fight, right? If it's a bouncy fight, I favor Crawford. You know what I mean? Bouncy fight, a lot of footwork, a lot of in and out. Both of them kind of boxing more like that on their toes. I favor Crawford. Inside fight to mid-range fight. Inside, I favor Spence. Mid-range, it's like more of a 50-50. So, it's if that, I hope it happens next. You're right. Like we can't sit here and wait for more now. It's getting to the point where it's getting to that fucking that Pacquiao Mayweather shit, where it just marinated for too long. And then neither guy walking into the fight was even 100%. And with how long it marinated for it to finally fucking happen, there is no possible way. I forgot what I was talking about. Where was I at? I looked at Ian's comment. There was no Can anybody get me back on track? I might have just lost that thought. That's that weed shit. Let me lose another thought real quick. Maybe I'll gain it back. I said no possible way. Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford. No possible way. Manny Pacquiao's in my brain. I don't know. I think I lost that. I think that fight. I think that that thought just went to the fucking ether. You know what I mean? But anyway, yeah, my man Rudy. Yeah, that's where I'm at with the Spence Crawford fight. I agree. Spence is the big fish. I think Crawford could win if he fights a certain way, and I think Spence could win if he fights a certain way. And that's what, as far as the fight, it's a 50-50 fight to me. You know what I mean? It's definitely a 50-50 fight as far as the skill to skill comparison. As far as the monetary purse, you know, how you split the purse, the pay-per-view money, all that shit, then yeah, 100% Spence is the guy. There's no doubt about it. Did you see the YouTube boxing event? I put it in a playlist to watch. I watched like a couple minutes. I watched like a few. My man Rudy, if you're still here, if you don't know this, YouTube did some like YouTube creators did some big boxing event. I watched a little bit of it. You know what I mean? But I didn't really dive into it. I might at some point. That might be something like the way I brought up a couple of the boxing machine fails at the end of the stream tonight. That might be something that I might like put to the side, and like at the end of these streams, after I'm done talking about most of the main boxing shit, I'll pull up some of that dumb shit, shit like that. You think this is the last time we see Tank fight for a while? He has trial in September. He's facing 7 years. Nah. I think Tank will be back in there. I think we'll probably see him in the next 6 months or some shit. I hope what happens is he fights the winner of Haney Kambosos, but somebody pointed out earlier that there's rematch clauses. So, there's a good chance that fight doesn't happen for a while, So I hope everything works out as far as on the legal end, I really do, because Tank Davis is not only a talented young fighter, he really is like not an asshole. You know what I mean? Like he's humble for the most part. Like he's confident in his skills. You know what I mean? But he don't have that arrogance. Like he's not arrogant. He's just very confident. He talks some shit, but he's not I like Tank. You know what I mean? So it'd be a shame if we were to lose Tank to something like that. Charged with 14 counts related to an alleged hit and run that occurred in Baltimore. 14 counts they hitting this man with. That's crazy. How do you get 14 counts for a hit and run? How they turn that shit? Let's see what the counts are. All right, so we got 4 counts of failure to immediately return and remain at scene of accident involving bodily injury. That's 1 year each, 4 counts. Failure of driver involved in accident to render reasonable assistance to injured person. That's 60 days. Failure of driver involved in accident to furnish required ID and license. 60 days. Failure of vehicle driver involved in accident to exhibit license. So it looks like they tried to hit him with everything possible. And my guess would be a lot of the times in situations like this is like, if it starts out as 14, they'll drop it down to 10. You know what I mean? Or they'll drop it down to a certain certain amount. Then they'll drop it down a little more, and then a lot of the times it'll end up dwindling down to the point where you might only have fucking, he might do 60 days, he might do 120 days, he might even do 180 at most. So that's 6 months. The charges in November. I mean, you know what, bro? To your original point. Maybe, right? Like let's say he gets it all dwindled down, to just certain things, and it might be 180 days, could be 120. So yeah, you might be right. We might not see him for a year, even if like that's best case scenario, right? Worst case scenario, obviously, you hope that don't happen. but usually they're able to bring shit down. Third Coast was good. What you saying? You want to tap in? Is that what you're saying? You saying you want to jump on the stream? If that's the case, let me know. I hang out for a few more minutes. If you hop on, we having some good conversation. That shit'll work. Bellin, I'm gonna get right back to your comment. Jesus Pena, Ayo from B More. They're going to have to pay them off. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking they'll probably bring the charges down a ton. And he might end up doing a little 60 days or that would be my guess, right? Obviously, it's only a guess, but judging from, people I know that have been involved in certain situations like this or like, other packaged crimes, where you get arrested for something and they and they just do everything possible that could relate every string that could possibly attach to that particular crime, they'll attach that string. And then before you know it, and that's what they do, right? They take the charges and they trump them up as much as possible. Every connective tissue that they could add to it, they do. So this way you don't end up getting off completely, right? You still end up with something. And that's what I think will probably end up happening in a Tank situation. Well, they'll get a lot of it, part of my throat. They'll get a lot of it gone off rip, but because they added so much to start with, he'll end up with something. But I think it'll be a huge fine. And, to my man's point here, I think it'll be a huge fine and maybe a little 30 days, 60 days, community service. That would be my guess. I could be wrong. All right, no doubt, my brother. No doubt. Yeah, listen, if you guys in the comment section, I've been live for a couple hours, talked a whole bunch of shit. If you guys want to keep dropping questions, then I'll definitely stay live for a little while still. We got 13 people in here. I'm definitely down to stay on, but y'all got to keep the comment section going. So that gives me shit to talk about, right? So I'm not just sitting here fucking, I'm already rambling to myself, you know what I mean? So, I need the comment section. I'm on for 2 hours already. Give me a couple slaps. Give me some questions. Boxing related, not boxing, either way. Just hit me with whatever you got on your mind. My man Bellin, hope you're still here. Said, if I had to box one YouTuber, who would it be? All right, so when you say one YouTuber, do you mean like jerk-offs on the internet that are nobodies? Or like somebody who's got a, has a little, acclaim or success that I would like to, to box it out with? Let me know. Verify where you're looking on that more, and then I'll give you a rock solid answer. I don't know. I'm trying to think like who's like a real fucking, because a lot of the dudes on the internet that I get in a little bullshit drama with, and end up fucking roasting or making songs or just, talking shit or making me all that dumb weird shit. I don't really want to punch those dudes in the face per se, not actively anyway. Like there's just some people that I've dealt with on the internet that have said crazy things that they wouldn't say in real life, that if I happen to be in the same room as them, there's going to be two options at that point. You know what I mean? It's either going to be like, yo, listen, that shit you said was crazy. You wouldn't say that like this. So, just say my bad and we could be cool. Give them a pound right on the spot. You know what I mean? And then if not, then, well, then, then, hey, then it's, hey, you know what happens, because you know how I am. I'm big on respect, and it's a big problem in society nowadays. And the internet has made it so much worse, because people sit there, they sit there behind keyboards, and the problem is with that too, there's a lot of insecure people on the internet, as far as meaning in real life, they're not really secure, right? Like when they walk the street, they're not super secure. So then behind the screen or behind an icon, if you don't get on camera maybe or whatever it might be, you have like a false bravado, and you get more attention for being a dickhead, unfortunately, right? That's another problem with society. The negative always gets more attention. So it breeds like little internet jerk-offs, you know what I mean? And listen, sometimes shit can have, there's some people out there that demand respect in real life, and it's like, especially if you show respect, that's the way it should be. But who, I don't know, I'm trying to think like who's out there that like, I'm trying to think of somebody that's like real successful that like, you know what? I don't dislike Red Bar as much as I used to, right? He's grown on me a little bit, you know, due to you guys and him being sick. You know what I mean? Like, in the way he looked today when Red Bar returned today, and he looks like the goddamn fucking the bearded crypt keeper. Man, that makes me even like him a little bit more. But I would like to box a healthy, right? A healthy Red Bar. That would be a fun one. You know what I mean? And I don't hate him nearly as much as I used to. You know what I mean? Mike Red Bar. But I feel, man, the way he looked today, boy, I definitely don't want to box him now. There's no way in hell I want to box the brother now, because I would never put my hands on somebody frail. That's just not the type of dude I am, you know? I mean, you know, let me take that back. If they're frail and healthy, you could get a slap, right? You could get like you could get like held against the wall by your shirt. You know what I mean? Give them a little lesson, hold them motherfucker against the wall. Like, fucking stupid motherfucker. What the fuck you talking? You know what I mean? Give them some of that. But you can't punch a dude in the face or like try to harm somebody that looked the way Red Bar looked today on camera. Man, I actually sent them a message. I said, I know you might have seen some of the videos at this point, because like he friended me on both of my Facebook accounts. I friended him on one, then he friended me on my real joint recently. So I was like, I know you probably, probably caught wind of maybe some videos we made about you talking shit. I was like, but all fuckery aside, all jokes aside, I told him, I said, if you're a good dude, I hope you get well quick. I was like, if you're a scumbag, I hope it takes a little longer, but either way, good to see you back. So, I wish the guy luck. You know me. I wish everybody luck. I'm not a cunt. There's too many cunts running around. You know what I mean? Dr. Disrespect. You know what I mean? Fuck out of here. Who's that? Is that Red Bar? Is that like his nickname or some shit? Who's Dr. Disrespect? Talk to me real quick. You know what I mean? Or you calling me? What we doing? But yeah, but yeah, Bellin, Red Bar. Red Bar would be a fun one. A healthy Red Bar, because that's a good one. Because he's like the type of dude where, like, I don't think Red Bar was ever the type of guy that would fight. Like, he doesn't seem like a fighter guy. He seems like a guy that's like likes to talk shit on his show. You know what I mean? Which is all right. It's okay. Talk shit. Have fun. But yeah, that would be my choice. If I had to pick one choice off the head, that would probably be it. So what my man saying? Hey, I need help with my YouTube channel I just started. Listen, you see my Instagrams, right? One of the best ways to get me would probably go to my Instagram and follow me on @whitestguy. Inbox me. Let me know what you do content-wise. I mean, I ain't shit my damn self. I'm just doing my best. Some of my videos do good. Some of them don't. That's why all the support is so important. Everybody that subscribes, comments, shares. When you guys show up, keep the comment section going. Shit is really appreciated, because this shit is a grind. I have videos that I don't even think are that good, that do great. And then I have videos that I put mad time into, and I'm like, oh, this shit's dope. And then that shit, it just depends. It's all the main thing I could tell you, just create and put shit out. Play different games with the titles, with the thumbnails. Like my man Bellin, he gave me great advice. I got, but you hit me up on Instagram or somewhere else outside of YouTube, and let me see what you got cooking. Let's talk. See what kind of content you create, what kind of talent you have, and maybe we could do some shit. I can help you out, give you some advice if there's anything I can help with. Like I said, I ain't shit myself. But all right, so 15 people in here right now. Been live for a couple hours. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. If you leave comments right now, I will stay in here. If you want to ask me about a certain fight or a certain issue, it don't have to be boxing related at this point. I've been live 2 hours and 15 minutes. We talked a lot of boxing, Yeah, just hit me up, brother. If I'm around, I'm always there to fucking chop it up, I'll always help anybody I can help, and you never know. Might help each other in some way, So let's see what we got. So what's the split with King Arrow versus Little Boy? I love how you got to rib him. Every time you got to give Crawford a little something, though. 60-40 or 55-40, 45. Trust me, Little Bud won't sign. I'm going to be honest with you. I would lean more towards 60-40 at this point. But I also think 50-45 is fair enough, right? 55-45 is fair enough, where if Errol Spence doesn't agree to that, then he looks a little bit cunty. You know what I mean? At that point, in my opinion, but 60-40, I think after that Ugas performance, I would lean a little more towards 60-40. I'm not going to lie, because it was an impressive performance. And, he's beaten Garcia and Porter, Ugas now, like Crawford has decent wins on his resume as well. But the guys were a little more faded when he beat them, but he did beat a lot of them more impressively. That's the thing with Crawford. He's another one. He's another, he doesn't punch with the thudding power that Tank Davis punches with, but he's the same guy as far as downloading information and landing crisp counter punches. Obviously, Tank's, his are concussive. His are more powerful. Whereas Terrence Crawford's, they're based more upon speed and accuracy combined. And that equals power, right? Speed and accuracy equal power almost every time out. You know what I'm saying? But Tank is more concussive. So yeah. But anyway, Spence got a little better resume at this point, in my opinion. Crawford looks more talented, as far as things he could do. Spence had a really, destructive big win in his last fight against an awkward guy. So yeah, I would go 60-40. And like I said, going into the Ugas fight, 100% I'm 50-50. And like I said, I'm a little more of a Bud guy. But you got to be honest, right? You got to be real. Like if you're a real fan of the sport, right? This is my problem with a lot of fans of everything. Instead of being fans of the sport, they become fans of men, right? And when you become a fan of men or the athletes, women, whatever it is, then you're going to be more likely to ignore what's important in the sport overall, right? The actual athletic competition, because you're more focused on the man, Triple G versus Canelo, same shit. It's like you can't like both. Why? I'm a GGG guy, but I also fucking love Canelo and been watching him for over a fucking decade. You know what I'm saying? I personally thought Triple G won the first fight, at least, either 8-4 or a like no argument 7-5, where you can't even think about going less than that. The second fight was a little closer. I thought Triple G won originally, but then when I watched it again and I tried to erase the bias, I could see a draw and maybe a Canelo win, but I love both fighters. So I try to just let the bias not control me. I try to focus on the sport, what happened in the athletic competition, right? And unfortunately, this is the world we live in, right? Humans are fucking, we're idiots. You know what I mean? iPhone, Android, like, come on, man. Everything gotta be like this. We can't just love Spence and love Crawford. Maybe like one guy a little more or less. We got shit on these guys, man. Come on, Rudy. Rudy, I'm disappointed in you, kiddo. I'm disappointed in you, kiddo. But there's still time to change. You know what I mean? Nah, I'm talking shit. I get it. That's how it goes. And I guarantee you. Let me ask you a question, Rudy. When you're watching when you're watching Crawford and it has nothing to do with Spence, do you fully appreciate his skill set? Like, do you watch Crawford and go, wow, this dude is special though? Or like, do you favor Spence so much more that it makes you not be able to enjoy Crawford as much? Let me know if you're still here. Give me the answer to that question if you can. Because I'm curious about that. I don't think the favoritism shit, when you're talking about head to head and they're gonna fight, is too bad. The only time I think the favoritism shit is really bad is when like then you can't enjoy what the rival is doing, right? Like you can't watch Spence and be like, oh, Spence is fucking, he's the man. But I think if he fights Crawford, I think Crawford will fuck him up, or vice versa, right? We should still be able to enjoy the talents and what those boxers bring to the table, even if we've decided we like their rival, more. That's my opinion on that. But Rudy, I don't know if you're answering me. Who else is out there, man? Comments. Give me comments. I stay. If there's no comments, I must leave because I could do some editing and some other shit, and I'm definitely down to stay live and talk some shit with y'all. But I need comments. I need comments to keep me going. My brain's already half fried, and it's extra fried because I've been frying down here, burning. You know how that goes. So hit me with a question within the next minute or two. Well, I'm going to wrap it up. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. If you just hopped in, subscribe. Tap in with me another time. I'm probably going to be getting off of here soon. But if somebody asks me a question, any question at all, I don't care if it's boxing related, fucking movies, this, that, whatever y'all want to ask, just to keep the comment section with something in it. Otherwise, I'm going to do the boogie. I already stayed on about 35 minutes more than I was gonna because you guys kept me going with some questions. And also, guys, man, follow each other, man. Go to these accounts that you see me pull up and go subscribe to those channels, you know? Support each other. All right, we down to 8. Let's see. Let it keep dropping. Y'all could either hit me with questions or do you say ax instead of ask? I don't know. Let me see. Ask me a question. Yeah, I might say ask. Ask me a question. Yeah, I might say ask. That might be that New York shit. Radio. My man Radio. I won't give you the nickname right now. We'll give you another chance around here, Static. You know what I mean? We don't got a shit on Static. I weigh do you mean my dick? Are you doing more gay questions? Are you doing more don't cuz then you're gonna all right. Cuz then you're gonna get hit with the, you know, axe. Only black people. No, I'm certified. I got my axe card. You know how you could get you know how you could get like your N, you know, like your N-word pass, you know what I mean, in the hood? You get your axe card. You know what I mean? I got my axe card, bro. My hood pass is platinum. Traveled through many cities. Official gristle. You know what I mean? I support you. I support you on your journey to find more dick. And I hope you find more dick. And I hope the dick is what's the word? Bountiful. Hope you find more dick. I hope the dick is bountiful, my friend. I don't need a card to say where. No. Well, no, you're racist, right? You're a racist guy. So like you saying the N-word is totally different than me saying it. You know what I mean? Nobody gets a pass to say that, but you would not say the N-word the way you say it online in front of black people. We all know this, you know what I mean? And if you ever wanted to set up, like I said, I'll set up an excursion where we could go to like a city with black people, and you could drop that hard N-word in that city. I'll make sure you don't get your head shot off your shoulders. I got your back. You know what I mean? You're gonna get lumped up a little bit, you know. But if you ever want to do a live in the flesh, hard in front of a black dude, and really put your money where your mouth is and be a man, we could always do that. See what I'm saying? This man, just understand the cognitive dissonance and the pure chromosome lacking and R-wordedness. You know what I mean? We're talking about here. He's laughing. Yeah, I'm racist. I'm not like the connotation is he's not racist. But then my man turned around and said, I don't associate with black people in person, so I don't got to worry about it. If that ain't the most racist fucking shit you could possibly say, Jesus Christ, bro. Bro, you dudes are fucking weird, man. But I say do what you got to do. I ain't knocking y'all. You know? Create your little strange content. You know what I mean? Honestly, you were better off when you were doing them coding videos. You should go back to that because at least you're giving some value to the people. But listen, do what y'all do, man. I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, there's always going to be strange people floating around in the solar system. You know? I know plenty of fucking racists, unfortunately, in my life. You know? You deal with them. You know? If you meet them in real life and they cross the line, you fucking, you know, put them in a headlock or some shit. You know what I mean? But otherwise, come in my comment section every once in a while. Be weird. What are you gonna do, bro? If this shit floats your boat and helps keep my watch hours going up and feeds my algorithm, I appreciate you. King Errol fights with a high guard, and Little Bud can't beat that. Yeah, listen, I think that's true for the most part, but I do believe that that Terrence Crawford splits the guard pretty good. He does, when he decides to throw it, he does have a nice, flashy, quick jab that could pierce it a little bit and at least get Spence to open up enough to follow it with a right hand, or maybe get some hooks from the side, a la Triple G, you know. But I hear you though. Errol Spence has a very, very underrated defense. You know, he really does. He really does have an underrated defense. He's very, very subtle in the nuances of his defense too, right? He's got that Floyd shit in him a little bit, like where he's able to kind of stand in front of you and, you know, use the shoulder and use the foot placement to avoid the big shots often, or have them, you know, slip off you a little bit. So yeah, that's possible. That's definitely possible. Yo, I like your shoe. I like your show, but trust me, Little Bud won't sign 60-40. Yeah, I don't know. He might not. He might not. Terrence Crawford, it's possible that Terrence Crawford might be like, listen, fuck that 50-50. And if he does that, then I'm going to call him a cunt at that point. But that's why I say, Rudy, and bro, much respect, bro. We don't have to agree. You know what I mean? We could disagree and still, you know, still have a great conversation. One day you could come up here, we could chop it up. But the 55-45 might be where it lands. I think 60-40 split for the purse is fair. I do think it's fair, but I think 55-45 is where it should land overall. Like once you negotiate, hopefully it lands at 55-45, but understands a little bit. You know what I mean? Spence bites the bullet a bit because 60-40 might be fair, and we see the fight. We got to see. And will we hear the truth, right? That's the other question too. If the fight falls through, will we really even know what happened behind closed doors? Are they going to be honest? Are they going to, you know, because you already know, bro, this day and age, motherfuckers can say anything and make it true. You know, that's the problem. That's the problem in this world now. Only met one racist in my life. Well, guess what, bro? Let me introduce you to Static Void, a.k.a. Radio Foreskin. You know what I mean? You just met your second. You know what I mean? Yo, stop being a clown. Yeah, listen, Rudy, this is the thing with the internet, right? And this little live stream, you know, incel, you know, calling the racist incel committee. Shout out to Rick. Hey, yo, Rick. Shout out Rick, the racist incel committee. This is just how it goes, bro. This is the internet. Pay no mind to it, brother. That's your best bet. I have fun with it. I let them feed the algorithm sometimes. Joined the military, so probably not that racist anymore. He's stupid as fuck, right? No, but that's a good point, though, right? Like joining the military or living in neighborhoods, you know, that have less racism in them and shit. That's the shit that changes people. I know a lot. Actually, I know, to be honest with you, I know a bunch of white boys, bunch of white dudes that were like, you know, a little more like towards like, you know, super prejudiced side at time. And then in the military, you got no choice because you fucking rocking with everybody, you know? Tank did not look good. Do you think that though? Do you think he didn't look good? Or do you think he was just plotting and Rolly was also doing some things we didn't expect Rolly to be able to do? You know, I lean more that direction. You know, I feel like Tank was plotting. He plotted a little too much, but I think he expected this fight to be a little easier. I think he expected Rolly to be a little more flat-footed. You know, expected Rolly to not be as good at judging distance. You know, to be a little less careful with a little less careful with bringing his hands back. You know, bringing his hands back after punches and such. You know, I think you got to give Rolly a little credit tonight, you know, but we'll see if that prophecy is true when he fights the top guys in the weight class, right? At that point, we'll see if the prophecy is true, you know, because if he goes and fights a Teofimo or, you know, or a Lomachenko or a Haney or a Kambosos, I'm not even going to say Ryan Garcia because as of now, he would destroy Ryan Garcia. You know what I mean? But if he does that the whole fight, right? Plots, and gets beat because of it, I could agree with that. But when you get a knockout, you know, in the 6th round and it looked like it took him to about mid 4th round, 5th round to get fully comfortable, and I think some of that credit needs to go to Raleigh, whatever the fuck, Romero. Top 5 at 135, all takeout. Romero. I don't know. I gotta see. I'm not gonna say I disagree or like, yo, you're bugging or anything like that. I just really would have to see it happen, right? I think it's possible because I think Tank could have got him out of there earlier, and I think Tank might have respected his power a little more than he should have. But we're not in the ring, right? So we don't know how the first punch even that hit his arm felt or anything, So I don't know. I don't know if Haney takes him out in the first 3 rounds. I think Lomachenko would piece him the fuck up, but he also starts slow, right? Teofimo, I see that. I think it's similar. I think all the guys, in my opinion, just as of now, right? Immediate reaction to what we just seen. I think he goes at least 5, 6 with most of the guys. I really do at this point. Talk about Rolly, but listen, you could be right. You could be right on both accounts. I was saying that a little bit with Tank. Like I was like, he's waiting too long. He's not looking great, so on and so forth. But I also said it looks like he's waiting for that left hand. You've seen him, the eyes. His eyes were looking for those opportunities, and he might have been able to cash in on one of them earlier. So I think he waited a little too long, and that's going to come back to bite him at some point. At some point in his career, it hasn't yet, but at some point in his career, waiting too long, and then him having to take risks against guys that are dangerous, it could come back to bite him. I think Tank needs to get in the habit of getting started a little earlier. Take a round and a half to download the information, 2 rounds to download the information of the man standing in front of you. But he's taking 3, 4, 5 rounds sometimes to download what is, so yeah, he might need to download that info a little quicker. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. Any other comments in here? What else we got here? My man Kris. Hey yo, homie, Tank was setting up that dude. That's where I land. I think Tank was setting it up, and I think he took a little too long to set it up. I think that's more what I see at the moment. You know what I mean? But that could change. We got to see what the fuck happens. You know what I mean? Except Haney would take Romero too. Yeah, he might. I have a feeling that Devin Haney, at some point in his career, he's going to surprise people with the power a little bit. I don't think he's found it yet, And I know he's, getting older now. He's not as young, but he's still pretty young. I mean, how old is Devin Haney at this point? What is he? 24, 25, Haney? Let's check the age real quick on my man Haney. 23 even, right? But like, I think 2 things with Devin Haney. I don't think his man strength has even came in fully, 1. And 2, I think he's too focused on speed and landing, right? Pop shit. And I don't think he's sitting yet. And I think at some point in his career, you might see him learn to sit on his punches, plus he might develop a little more power. I think it's possible. As of now, yeah. I agree more with that. Like he's going to be a unanimous decision guy unless something changes. There's no doubt that's going to be the outcome. But he's so good with his hands and everything else. He could have a fucking Hall of Fame career doing that. Will it make him as much money? Of course not. Right now, Tank is looking like the guy that has the most potential to be money. Number one, he's got hip hop behind him. Like I said earlier, that's huge. In boxing, for black boxers especially, if you got hip hop behind you, that shit bolsters you heavy. And he's got knockout power. And aside from that as well, he has a little bit of unpredictability, right? We've seen him lose rounds to fighters we don't expect him to lose rounds to. So that susceptibility actually even makes Tank a little more marketable to a degree, because he's going to lose some rounds here and there, this and that. So I think Tank has the best chance of being the cash cow in that division. I think Teofimo was on his way there and he could get himself back to there, but we got to see it in the ring. Lomachenko, obviously he's the man, but he's closer to on his way out. Ryan Garcia doesn't seem to be fully focused on boxing, and also has some internal issues he's got to deal with. So I think Tank more and more is separating himself from the pack as possibly being the guy. And at some point, you'll probably see Tank up at 147, as his career goes on, But he's short. 5'5" is rough, but he is built, like a tank. He's built fucking stocky. So that does transcend up to other weights as well. But all right. I think I'm going to wrap it up. I ended up staying live a lot longer. You guys kept me good in the comment section. Kept everything flowing real nice. Please, it would be much appreciated if everyone that's here right now, if you're not already, go over to the other channel you will see on my page, Original WHiggaz Comedy. We go live every Wednesday at 9:30, raw comedy, improv, satire, just have fun. Me and my man, Uncle Dust. That's Original WHiggaz Comedy. Wednesdays, 9:30, 9:45 at times. Please subscribe to that channel as well. If y'all don't see me subscribe back to you, then please don't hesitate to drop a link in any video on either of my pages. Be like, yo, I sub to your account, because for some reason I don't always get notified by YouTube when people subscribe to me. I don't know if that's my fault, not my fault, but on my end or on the people subscribing ends. You know what I mean? So if you'll hit me with a question, anything else I could Q&A to, I'll hang out for another second. Otherwise, I'm going to end up taking off in a minute here. If you are on any other platforms, follow me. All right. I'm on every platform. I'm most active on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. But I fuck around, got some different shit on TikTok as well. Every Angle TV is kind of like a hand-picked quality spam page where some videos pop for a few thousand here and there. Some of them get 2 views, because I don't really put much time into hashtags or anything like that over there. Original WHiggaz, like I said, that's Wednesdays. All right. Focus CDS, I'm live every Saturday. And I'm also live every Friday, hopefully doing the show with my man Regis Hillman. We had the first episode we did yesterday. We talked the Uvalde shooting. So if you guys want to check that out, we talk some solutions, who's to blame for these things continuing to happen, so on and so forth. That's Fridays at midnight. So Wednesdays at 9:30, 9:45 for the comedy podcast. That's on the Original WHiggaz Comedy account. That's 9:30 every Wednesday, 9:40 at times. Raw comedy. Fridays, midnight. That's more social commentary mixed with comedy, some hip hop, this and that. That's with my man Regis Hillman. That's midnight on this channel. Original WHiggaz is on the Original WHiggaz channel. Okay. And then Saturdays on this channel, the Focus CDS channel, is where I do the Fight Companions, UFC Fight Companions, Boxing Fight Companions, boxing news. We'll watch random videos, maybe street fights in between or after the stream, fails with boxing machines. I put on some of those videos tonight, talk some shit, other news, live commentary. That's every Saturday around 10, 11 o'clock. I see we're getting all these comments. This is from these weird dudes do weird things to the comment section. But listen, if Naked HD XYZ, fuck Ed, wet girls are here, bro. Hey, listen, thank you for feeding the algorithm. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Naked HD.XYZ / fuck Ed, wet girls are here, bro. I appreciate you. Keep feeding the algorithm. You know what I mean? My man Rudy, I appreciate you rocking with me. I hope to see you on the other live shows, the other shows that I do. If you create any content, if you're on any other platform, hit me up. Be like, yo, this is Rudy. I was with you on the stream. We'll network. We'll talk shit. All right. Try to keep shit fun around here. Even when the trolls come in, keep it fun. I wish the trolls luck too. All right. There's a lot of cunts in the world nowadays. Let's everyone do me a favor. Let's everyone do the world. Oh, you see this? Wait, hey, y'all don't come to the comedy show. So I'll do this on the way out. So if you guys seen this, there was the Juneteenth and the Pride ice cream, right? And Walmart had to take the Juneteenth ice cream off the shelves because Twitter started going in on them. So we found out some other flavors that had to get taken off the shelf. We got Stalin's Wild and White Cherry, a tribute, an appreciation, and also an I'm sorry from Joseph Stalin for the 6 to 9 million people he died. We got a rocky road to Auschwitz, you know, in commemoration of all the lives lost in the Holocaust, of course. We got the Jungle Fever minis. This is a Spike Lee joint. This is done in direct correlation with Spike Lee. You can see the Spike Lee joint label right on there. So you know it's got to be true. We got the Put It in My Butt to Pecan. And that obviously is LGBT friendly. So hey, if you want someone to put it in your butt to pecan, I say go for it. Of course, we got the Hiroshima Bomb Sunday with Nagasaki nuts. We're also brought to you by the Famine Funfetti. And this is for all the Irish people. And then I'm sorry from Great Britain for what they did to the Irish people during the Great Famine. And then last but not least, we got the transformative tricolor. That's a tribute to all the trans people out there. Okay, you see the scissors, you see the eggplant, you see the trans flag. All of these were taken off the shelf by Walmart, and they had to apologize. But they are now sponsors of this show. So shout out Joe Stalin. Shout out Auschwitz. Shout out Jungle Fever. Shout out Butter Pecan. Shout out Hiroshima. Shout out Famine Funfetti. Shout out Transformative Tricolor. Shout out. Much love, y'all. Appreciate. Please follow everywhere. Appreciate all support. Check out our other shows. Once again, that's Wednesdays at 9:30 for the comedy. That's Fridays at 12 for social commentary and a little comedy mixed in with my man Regis Hillman. And that's Saturdays for the live stream fight sports commentary, boxing news, UFC knows all that good shit.
Don't be a cunt. Don't be a cunt.